The BC Junior A Lacrosse League playoffs from Nanaimo on a Friday night in a best-of-7 series. Victoria up 1-0, a 10-9 win in Game 1. The Timbermen looking to respond here in Game 2 ahead of a Game 3 tomorrow afternoon. At the Q Center, Dan Marshall, Connor Waroniak. Connor, you were live at Game 1 taking notes. So what were your thoughts?
I mean, you knew it was going to be a close series. We talked about it in Cowichan earlier this week, and you know, even though Victoria has the home floor, it felt more like a pick-em. You don't know who has the momentum with Nanaimo winning both regular season games, and I mean, it was more of that in Game 1. Goaltending, I wouldn't say a goaltending duel by any means, but they made saves when they had to. Grayson Manning is a very active goaltender, and Keegan Aquino, when he got in there, he really kind of settled down and made some big saves. Obviously, Quested and Wall kind of went off for their respective teams, and I expect to see more tonight. Nothing better than an all-island rivalry. Doesn't matter what level it is, but this is the peak.
What did Victoria do to allow them to get up 4-0? That's a critical lead in Game 1.
Yeah, I mean, they got a star-studded coaching cast. You know, 3 Hall of Famers on for Victoria there, and they like to push the pace. They like to get moving in transition, and Grayson Manning has a great stick, so they really found a way to push Nanaimo. I know Nanaimo also really likes to push the pace in transition, but Victoria found a way to get the ball to their offenders, and they're swinging the ball well, getting the two-man game going, and just really finding spots.
Nanaimo 2-0 in the regular season. Victoria 1-0 when it matters in these playoffs. Game 2. Grayson Manning down to our right in green. Keegan Aquino, who split the goaltending duties with Ashton Brown in Game 1. Aquino gets this very important home start. Fontenla and Ryan Lowe will get us going for Game 2. Free ball taken, and as it was recovered by Anderson. Nanaimo's awarded possession, so the Timbermen bring out the offense. Masnik is out there. Had a strong game number 1. So did this guy. 5 points for Wall as he moves it off to the captain Bowman. The left-hander looking for the middle lane, puts it across floor. Outside look, Pilkington to Bowman. Bowman loads up, fires one. That was stopped by Manning. Bowman looks for the reset, and he's got it. Fresh 30 for Nanaimo in the early going. Bowman on the run. Sets up Masnik other side. Jared Masnik trying to penetrate. Pescott wouldn't let him. Norwood Pavetta ball's in behind. Fed to the front. Wall coming off the side. Half a possession to go. Wall cross floor. Masnik could drive Manning the save. Bowman the rebound. Another shot. Another save from Manning. That's out of play. Timberman reset. Good Nanaimo start.
Oh, a great start. First 45 seconds. It's nice and hot and muggy here in the Frank, and to get 3 straight possessions here can really tire out this defense.
Bowes to Wall. Looking for that area in the crease. Wall gets free, but he can't shoot. Cross floor. Back to him. Wall. Masnik faking. Takes contact. Flip pass off. 10 on the 30. Wall. Nice flip down low for Bowes. And oh, Bowes, had he been able to make that catch, was open. He still got 4 seconds. Took a drive on Manning. He scores. Matt Bowes just trying to get a reset, but makes it 1-0.
Oh, and what a dream start here for the Timbermen. A minute and 14 seconds into this game. They've had the ball the entire time, and Bowes makes a great individual effort, gets that rebound, and like you said, it was just a reset shot, and it found a way to squeak through Manning on the short side there between the legs, and I mean, just a dream start, 1-0.
As a goalie, for a guy like Bowes who shoots hard, how do you face guys that shoot hard like that?
Well, you never really know when they're in tight. You call it a crease crank if they want to shoot as hard as they can in tight, or they want to put a little finesse on it. So you're always a little bit extra aware of a guy like Matt Bowes shooting, who has an absolute cannon when he wants to let it go.
Shamrock ball with O'Farrell. 4 points in Game 1. Throws it across. Shamrock attack. There's Quested bombing one through. 4 goals in the first game. Now the Shamrocks on a reset. Move back across by Klassen. Quested throws a pick. Sidearm shot just misses Aquino's goal, taken by Thompson. Nanaimo looking to break out in transition. They will. Led by Mullen. Mullen to the middle. Pass off for Vincent. A couple of good transition guys there. Mullen and Vincent, they get off now. Struther, a one-time Shamrock, cradles from the outside. 12 on the 30 for him. 1-0 Nanaimo on the Bowes goal. Struther a drive, sidearmed it wide. Rebound back to him. Ball fed across. Bowman subbed it towards the net. Now, shot from Struther, and that's, yes, going to be a reset opportunity, but won by the Shamrocks and moved up towards center court. Anderson feeds it across floor. There's a shot from Block and a great save by Aquino. Cohen Block with a great shot, and there's Aquino standing tall and making an important save.
Great save by Aquino. You can tell he's jacked up, screaming at his defense, and he took a good step to his stick side and got a foot on it.
Pollock trying to barge his way towards center. Takes contact, ball out. Shamrocks might get it. They do with Klassen as he touches up. Nanaimo awarded possession, and 80 is going to run, and he's got Fontenla running through to the goal. Feeds it for Matt Bowes. Bowes on the outside. Fontenla pushing and shoving by the crease. Bowes looks for the middle lane. Won't get it, but put it across, and there's a long-range drive. Bounded towards the nets. Nanaimo once again on offense. Bowes to the middle, had Wall there, taken down hard. Shamrock ball. Pavetta's going to move it forward. Pavetta drops it back to Quested. O'Farrell. Low from the outside. The right-hander puts it across. Return feed to him. Low makes a step to the goal. A shot, and Aquino closed up. Timberman ball on the rebound. Bounce forward to Mullen at center court. 1-0 Nanaimo during the 4-minute mark. First period at Frank Crane Arena. Game 2 with the Shamrocks up 1-0. Ball towards the latecomer. That's Anderson for the Timberman to Masnik. Masnik trying a crease dive. Almost made the shot work. Shamrocks in transition. Stretch home run pass. A run towards the net, and there's Keegan Aquino making a stop. And a penalty call coming here. And that was a rough ride. Great run down court by the Shamrocks, but a rough ride given at the end of the play.
Well, and that's what happens when you push the pace. You either get a good opportunity or you get a too many men penalty, and that's exactly what's been called. So Victoria will go to the power play. They haven't had too much 5-on-5 work so far to get all the offensive guys touching the ball, but there'll be a good opportunity here to draw this game back to even. They look to see everyone get a touch here before they run a play, and I suspect either Klassen or Quested are going to get a good opportunity.
Quested. Low. At the top, Quested. O'Farrell. Bouncer towards Aquino. Easy stop for Nanaimo's netminder. A legal substitution call on the Timbermen, and that's why the Shamrocks are on the power play. 1-0 Nanaimo. Vincent on the run to the goal. Vincent knifing through. Manning made a good save. Nice transition run by Vincent, shorthanded.
Well, that's exactly what Vincent can do. I mean, we've seen it so many times this year. He pushes the pace and does have a scoring touch, and luckily for the Shamrocks, Grayson Manning got his stick on that one, and easy outlet back to the power play.
Quested to Anderson for Quested again. Block from the middle. Loading. Flipping, overhand shot. Aquino got the arm out. Anderson after the rebound takes a knock. New 30. Block to Quested. Quested again from the top. Winding up, ripped it on net. Aquino the save, the ball free near the paint. Aquino trying to find it, he scoops it. Looks for the outlet, and he's got Mullen towards center. Mullen dragged down. Ball loose in traffic. Can Bowes find it? Bowes being taken out, earns his team a fresh 30 on the PK with 45 seconds left in this Victoria power play. 1-0 Nanaimo, 5 minutes and 25 seconds in.
Well, great play by Bowes to just keep hustling and find a way to get an interference call, and now he can rag basically the rest of this short man opportunity.
Bowes is on it. Ball free, scooped up. Busness running towards center court, but once again, Nanaimo awarded possession in a shoving match. Pilkington up with Sagodi.
Great play by Pilkington too. He knew the ball was on the ground, but the Victoria defender didn't, and he kept acting like he was waiting for a pass, and he drew the interference call. And there's a real battle going in front between these two.
Lincoln Wall outside. Wall feeds it cross floor, looking for the quick stick at the net. The Timberman's Masnik. Nanaimo with Wall, 12 on the 30. And this will kill the remaining power play time, so Victoria is about to go 0 for 1. A double team on Wall. Can he work out of it? Still has it. End of the possession. Takes a late shove there as Cooper Anderson got him. Shamrock ball, and I think there's going to be a couple of penalties here both ways, and it doesn't take much. You know it, Connor, very well. Nanaimo Victoria, the emotion's always high, playoffs or not.
Absolutely. Doesn't matter if it's U11 or Senior A. I mean, Victoria and Nanaimo is going to be feisty, and there's a bit of a few things that the three referee system, they were letting everything go, kind of letting that play develop, and they decided to cool things down a little bit with coincidental minors here. A veteran official crew tonight, so I don't expect things to get out of control.
4-on-4, O'Farrell on the ball. Winding up, O'Farrell drives one off the pipe and all the way back down. Aquino in good position, that was pretty much all he had, but he nailed the post.
Yeah, O'Farrell, he's a good shooter. He was way out, and you really don't know where that's going. When the shooter drops his stick like that, you can go short side, far side, high or low, and he just missed that post.
Outside opportunity here for Thompson, spinning. Thompson forced back. O'Farrell, the right-hander. Winding up, nice pass in tight. There's Pollock, and he just missed it. Pollock wide open as he spun to the front. Free ball at center court. Shot clock violation there, but man, Pollock was open as he spun off that check.
Oh, he'll be kicking himself. I mean, what an opportunity. He does the absolute perfect play, setting that slip pick. He's so big, and he just missed his spot all alone on Aquino.
Still 1-0 Nanaimo in the 4-on-4. Outside opportunity, a ball flipped in the vicinity of Masnik, but that's cut off. Gilbo will bring it back towards center court on the move. Stops up and waits for the offense to join. Deals it in, Quested on his wrong side. Moves in, gets it to Anderson. Anderson to the latecomer, Klassen. Klassen relatively quiet in game one, but comes to the front now, feeds it across. Quick's a great save, Aquino as he stopped low. There's Aquino's best save. Ball up for grabs. Vincent takes it away, and Nanaimo's on the move through center court.
Oh, what a great pass by Klassen to find his man naked down low, and Aquino did his best save, like you said. I mean, finding a way to outweight the shooter and keep his stick down. I mean, it's just, that's why they went with him tonight. He's such a great goaltender, clutch guy.
Ryan Lowe absolutely robbed of getting the 1-1 goal. 4-on-4 about to come to an end. Here's Struther passing towards the crease. There was Bose cutting through. Pescott able to take it away. Strong run into Timberman territory. Pescott to the goal, bounces one off the side of the net, and it bounds out of play. At least I thought it was off the side of the nets, and the officials, they were both signaling possession one way versus the other. It is Victoria ball. It did hit the frame of the goal.
Yeah, Pescott dropped his stick one step over the dotted and ripped a low short side bouncer, went up out of play. I mean, that's a good defensive opportunity in transition.
O'Farrell loading up, cross floor feed. Block hanging on against Spans. Block to the goal, loading, overhand shot, Aquino the save. Reaches for the loose ball. Mullen's gonna dart ahead. Mullen stretching the ball forward. Hawley at center court. Hawley moves it to Bowman. Bowman, the left-hander, waits. 12 on the 30 for him. Bowman sets up Struther. Bowman clears out some room. Struther cutting wide with a shot. Missed the target with it, and that will be a shot clock violation as the ball bounds back to center court. 1-0 Timberman. Bows the early goal, and since then things have leveled off, although I think the Shamrocks have had the best chances. Keegan Aquino's been great.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Victoria's 5-on-5 play. Nanaimo's had a couple early resets, which resulted in that first goal by Bose, but Victoria's really been swinging the ball well and finding the open man on these slip picks.
Low from the outside, feeds the front. There's Klassen. He's stopped by Keegan Aquino as well. Ball battle beside the goal. Still loose. Hall wins it. Strong run towards center court. Hall for 80. Couldn't make the catch initially. Now he does. Being needled near the line. Hall back to center court. Lincoln Wall trying to stride towards the front. Late in the possession here. Wall driving to the goal, getting it tight. Strip ball comes out. Can Struther find it? He can't do so. Cooper Anderson lost his footing there, and a slashing call to come. A Victoria penalty, and after some good defense and what looked like maybe a transition break, it's Nanaimo to the power play instead.
A little bit of undisciplined play there. And I mean, in a 3-referee system, there's nowhere to hide, especially after the play. There's always a referee looking to make sure there's no funny business being had after the ball is gone. And I mean, fortunately for Nanaimo, they'll get their first opportunity on the power play here.
Bowman closes up to Bose, playing catch down low of the wall. Bowman playing the point position, Masnik to him. Bowman looks cross floor, Matt Bose shot it wide. High ball for Masnik to recover. Masnik, high flip, overhand shot, and there's Manning standing tall. Working towards the front, a new look to the power play with Turner Anderson on it, and that's not something that Nanaimo's seen often this year. 9:48 to go in the first period. 1-0 Timberman, 1:42 left in the minor penalty against the Shamrocks as the Timbermen look to capitalize here. And I'm just guessing, did the officials call hydration break? It's been a pretty hot few days, and I'm assuming that is what that little timeout is for, is the goalies just get a bit of hydration.
Well, Manning, he squeezed that shot and looked over at referee Jacoby, and he asked him for a sip. And Jacoby, being a former goaltender himself, and in this hot arena, I mean, you know exactly what it's like. Halfway through the period, let the goalies stay hydrated. We don't want any accidents going on here tonight. Players get to have water all the time. Goalies get it maybe once a period. So,
well, we saw on a hot day with an athletic Caleb Kahn how much he expended in energy at the end of the regular season just last weekend, and that was something to watch in all that goalie gear. Thompson trying to barge through for the Shamrocks, bounds one high, out of play. Timberman possession, and the Shamrocks have had some penetration chances, I think more than Nanaimo, but once again, Keegan Aquino's been tough to beat, and now Matt Bose, the game's only goal scorer with 9:20 to go. First period, sends it down and in. Bose to the top man, Bowman for Bose. Now Bowman again to Masnik. Waits, now closes. Masnik spins away from Peskett. Continues to control, sets up Bowman, flips it for Bose. Now at the crease, cross floor wall. Manning comes across, and what a save Manning just made on Anderson.
Absolutely incredible. Grayson Manning tracking that ball and diving back to his stick side at the last second, stopping that cross crease. So he'll probably have a chat with his defenders in between periods going, we can't give up that many opportunities like that, because I mean, that's just a desperation save, keeping his team in it early in this one.
Beautiful backdoor effort, and it's still 1-0 Nanaimo. The power play continues. Wall, Bose, Bowman, back to Bose again. Good read on the pass breakup from Pavetta there, and the ball's back towards center. Over and back haul, and Pavetta, he didn't have to touch it, but he just was all over Bowman, so he couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that he could have left it there and played it out once it passed center, because I thought it went off a stick, but he grabbed it a bit early and then went over and back, and now Victoria will have a chance to kill the rest of this penalty.
Lowe, who was robbed earlier a few minutes ago by Keegan Aquino, controls up high. No pressure on him, so Business will return to the floor. Either that or skip back towards the bench. Power play is over. Lowe, late in the possession. Now he's in a double team, flips the ball down towards the side of the goal. Shot clock violation and some late contact there. Anderson mixing it up down beside the Timberman net with Thomas Young. Wall striding down on the flank here. Players crashing to the net front as the ball comes towards Strother.
That's 2 or 3 times now Masnik has been involved on the crease, and it's looking more like a wrestling match. He hasn't really had an opportunity to get loose here. We know how dangerous he is, and I'm sure that's exactly why Victoria's all over him.
Sagoti cross-checks him again. Those two have something going. Sagoti on Masnik and on him hard. Knockdown, and now finally a penalty call comes. Sagoti would not let Masnik go. He's still not letting him go, even after taking the 2-minute call. And there's going to be 2 Victoria penalties on this sequence here. It's going to go 5-on-3 in Nanaimo, but the Shamrocks defensively, they are playing it hard. They are playing it aggressive, and the latest knockdown was Strother, but he's back to his feet.
Well, no one loves tough lacrosse more than I do, but you have to be smart with it. And Sagoti, I mean, he's been involved heavily on that right side, and Connolly as well at the end there. I mean, I love the aggressiveness. I love the emotion, especially Victoria and Nanaimo, like we've mentioned so many times already in this broadcast. But you have to be smart, and you have to be cool, calm, and collected in a playoff setting. I mean, there's just too much to play for here right now. These teams are so equally balanced. You can't just be giving 5-on-3 opportunities. It'll end up being a 4-on-3 with looks like Vincent's going to hang back at center just in case there's a missed shot for an over and back or something like that. But you really have to, if you're Coach Dave Brenner, you really got to talk to your guys. Say, I love the aggressiveness, but we really need to reel it back in and keep it playing between the whistles.
It's such a fine line, isn't it? Here's Bose on this power play. Bowman, so much room. Bowman to Bose for Masnik. Cross floor, deflected away. Bowman, a push from Pavetta. Bowman taken out hard. Here's Masnik to the crease. Quick shot, Manning, a great save. Anderson got the shot away. Recovers the loose ball from the corner. Ball stolen away. Nice job by Masnik as the ball is flipped over center, and that will force the Nanaimo back, but it will be a fresh 30, and Vincent, the safety valve, is back deep in his own end. 6:50 to go, first period, 1-0 Nanaimo. Matt Bose, the only goal early. 1:20 of 5-on-3 time on 2 Shamrock penalties. Bowman, Bose, Masnik, stepping, flipping, Anderson for Bowman to Bose. Good angle, he shoots one, great save Manning. Masnik gets it back. Once again, a new 30. Hard cross floor feed. Bowman cross floor again. Manning again comes across on Anderson. The second time he's done that in the first period. And now a penalty call to come.
Pavetta, he got away with one earlier right in front of the referee, Corey Lister. He gave, I think it was Anderson, an extra little punch in the face. And he's not going to get away with this one now. I think Bose pleading for a penalty shot.
Yeah, I think he's getting it.
He's going to find one here. As Grayson Manning gets ready to mind his cage.
If you're Nanaimo right now, this is where you have to capitalize. If you don't, aggressive play continues and it can wear you out. The only way that you can turn the table on that is when one team's over aggressive, taking penalties as the Shamrocks have. You've got to be the capitalizing team, and here we go with a penalty shot at center court for Masnik.
Well, it's always interesting to see an O guy on the penalty shot if he wants to just trust his accuracy to put it past Manning or go for a few fakes here.
Masnik has so many moves. Trots down towards the net. Jared Masnik off the post. Still 1-0. He did exactly what he wanted, got it by Manning's arm, but off the post and out, and the goalie's best friend comes up big.
Well, I love the approach from Masnik. I mean, sometimes as an O guy, you have a penalty shot and you realize you have all this room and you want to do 3 or 4 or 5 fakes, really get the goalie moving, and he just did one pump, put it far side, and he just hit the post, just missed his spot. And I mean, Manning did a great job of staying down, staying low, and really forcing him to take that shot, but I mean, goalie's best friend, like you said.
So another 2-minute call as well against Pavetta. So Nanaimo will continue 5-on-3 for 58 seconds. Then they'll go 5-on-4, excuse me, once again. Loads of power play time here, but only a 1-0 Timberman lead. Fontenla takes the ball at center court, defers to Vincent. Vincent's going to stay back as Bose looks at Bowman. Andrew Bowman, Matt Bose to the latecomer, put across to Bowman, quick stick, beautiful goal by Masnik. It worked that time. Manning stopped that play every time, but no chance on the Masnik shot.
Well, and what great ball movement. I mean, they've been looking for that all night, obviously. And on a 5-on-3, you only got one guy down low in the diamond, or in the triangle. And I mean, there's absolutely nothing Grayson Manning could have done there. Perfect passing, perfect Masnik. I mean, that's maybe the last guy in the league you want on the crease naked like that. And he makes no mistake making up for that missed opportunity just moments ago. And still another minute 40 of power play time. I mean, they could really get some momentum going here with a 3-0 lead, 14 minutes in.
Bose and then Masnik on the power play have Nanaimo up 2-0. 6 minutes to go here in the first period. 5-on-4 advantage. Lincoln Wall out wide. Wall carries and gave it back to Bowman there. Bowman and Bose playing catch. Andrew Bowman, Masnik. Bowman fakes, Masnik takes cross floor. There's Bose, missed on the stick side. Bouncing ball back towards the Shamrock bench. Victoria ball with 1:11 remaining in this Nanaimo man advantage, and the Shamrocks have been on their heels a little bit here, and thanks to maybe some over-aggressive play on the defensive end, and we'll see if that changes and they tone it down a bit as this game continues. O'Farrell outside. Hall is watching him. O'Farrell continues forced back. Ball into Klassen. Klassen trying to work out of a double team. Couldn't. Mullen grabs the ball and starts forward. Still lots of power play time here, 40 seconds.
Yeah, they can take their time and really set up, have a full set here, and like to see the ball over on the righties a little bit more. Bose has had a lot of opportunities, but I'd love to see Masnik get a couple loops here.
Masnik's got it now, looks and sidearms it off the target. Over and back potentially, and that's exactly what the call is going to be. Anderson at the crease has been getting a lot of the touches, and Masnik, that one touch when he was at the crease, made no mistake.
Absolutely, yeah. Anderson has been great down low. They've been finding a way to sneak past that anchor on the short man and really be a threat. And it makes it so that Grayson Manning isn't allowed to step out and challenge the shooter as much, knowing that there's someone open on the back door like that.
15 seconds in the power play. Extra time on the 30, so the Shamrocks can kill this off. Down 2. Outside opportunity for Thompson. Thompson feeds low. Low. A couple of wraps from Vincent. Vincent dislodges the ball, and Lowe's stick went flying too. The Timberman fans like that defensive work by Vincent. Now towards center goes Lincoln Wall. Takes it way out wide. Has men cutting through now, including Struther. Wall, room at the crease, and he made the crease dive, but took a foot in. Manning stopped him anyway, but a foot in the crease on a good crease run there from Lincoln Wall.
Sneaky play by Wall. Struther came and set the pick, and you know, you're taught to use that pick. Wall decided not to, went underneath and got an opportunity.
O'Farrell outside look. Pollock goes to the middle. O'Farrell, Klassen. Klassen gets a return feed, sets up O'Farrell. Klassen runs through. O'Farrell tries to swim away from Mullen. Flip pass, here's Pollock. He made the crease dive, but the ball came out early. Nanaimo ball, they'll bring it back with 3.5 to go. 2-0 they lead first period. Andrew Bowman taking on the defender. Busness is right with him. Still Bowman. Bowman trying to load it up. He's forced back, makes a turn. Andrew Bowman cross floor. Fontenla overhand shot, Manning the save. Ball goes free. Fontenla gets the recovery. Making moves. Plays it back, and jumping at center court is Bowman. He'll hold it in. Still lots of time on the possession here. Bowman goes cross floor with a pass for Bose. Matt Bose taking on the defender. Turning, but he can't get a shot. Andrew Bowman now 10 on the 30. Bowman steps out, shoots one off Manning. Ball is there. Busness scoops it up for the Shamrocks, and he's going to run hard towards center court. Taking on Nanaimo's 80. Busness with a net drive, dove into the crease, had a foot in the crease as he made the play, and shaken up a bit afterwards, and the officials might want to stop play here as he's shaken up still after making that crease dive, and I think it was just a hard landing, a really hard, awkward landing. Play does continue for now, though.
80 went down hard on him, and I mean, Rob Cook's looking, he can't call it until Victoria has possession.
But Busness, under his own steam, gets back to the bench. Might have been winded as much as anything, and now Conley with a careless play. Couldn't take the ball at center court. And Nanaimo's got another possession here with 2 minutes to go. Masnik, all the Shamrock defenders on to meet him. Masnik trying to take on Pavetta. Goes to the top now, Ty Pilkington. Pilkington, Wall, making moves. Hard cross floor feed, there's a shot. Sidearm towards the net by Fontenla. Struthers after the loose ball, but it's in Manning's stick, and Nanaimo's going to get possession back, and you can see how upset Manning is there. He looks at the sky, and is there a penalty or two coming? Looks like Struther for sure.
As Struther got up, he one-handed slashed. You can see on the broadcast there. A little bit of, not very much, but in a game where Victoria's been penalized heavily, and the Victoria bench and coaching staff is getting a little bit agitated with the referee group. I mean, it's a 50-50 call, but we'll settle the temperatures down a little bit here on possibly the missed call earlier on the crease dive from Busness.
Shamrock ball, 1:45 to go in the first period. And down 5-on-3 for an extended period. They gave up a penalty shot, but still one goal away here from being right back in the game late in the first period. Here's Lowe, stepping and passing. Quested gets it across to O'Farrell, wrong side, sidearm it off Aquino. Mullen takes the ball. Trying to get the lane towards center. Takes a push, drops it back for 80. 80 can't scoop it. Still can't. Runs into his man, and Shamrocks get the ball back. Up to Lowe. Lowe for Klassen. Lane to the goal. Klassen cuts across. He fakes, but he couldn't get the shot at the end. As Keegan Aquino came up with the ball eventually. Klassen was trying to fool him and get him to move, and Aquino wouldn't budge.
Aquino didn't know he had it, but it was in his leg pad. What a save to make on Klassen on the doorstep. Klassen had about 3 or 4 fakes, and I mean, Keegan Aquino's been so solid in this first period.
Wall on the outside angle. Delivers it across to Masnik. Masnik trying to take on Peskett. Masnik fell there. Ball is out. Peskett is on it. Masnik slow getting up. Cooper Anderson. Cross floor to Block. Block with Quested. Quested now to Lowe. Winding up. Lowe shoots. Aquino kicked that out. Boy, he's been sharp in the first period.
Masnik going down the tunnel. Looked like he landed right on his kneecap there and limping down, getting helped with the training staff. Keep a close eye on that.
He'll have an intermission to try and work it out. Delayed call against the Shamrocks late. Here's Wall to the net. Can he beat the buzzer? No, he couldn't get the shot, and he was taken out at the end. 2 seconds left in the period. Another Victoria penalty. This one for a slash. 2.6 seconds left on the clock in the opening 20 minutes. And so the brigade of the penalty box will continue, and after a very brief 4-on-4 stretch, Nanaimo will open the second period on yet another man advantage. And a good regroup time for Dave Bremner in the intermission to just settle it down. Bowes from distance drives it in, and that will kill the remaining period time in the first. 2-0 Nanaimo after 20 minutes, and the Timbermen will say, hey, that's a great period for us, and I think the Shamrocks will say, hey, that wasn't our best period. We're only down 2, and certainly a comeback is still very much in the cards if we stay disciplined.
Yeah, I mean, the Victoria defense should be all heading to Grayson Manning's crease and having a little thank you chat with him. I mean,
was great.
He played absolutely phenomenal in that first period, really kept his team in it, as it is only 2-0, and they've had about 6 or 7 minutes of power play time with a couple 5-on-3 minutes there as well. I mean, you said it best, the brigade to the penalty box. Low at the end there just takes an undisciplined, another slash, and these referees have been consistent. They're calling it. They're not going to let that kind of stuff get away from them in this game tonight. And I mean, it's going to abbreviated power play to start this second period. It'll be interesting to see, because when Victoria had the ball 5-on-5, they're really moving well. They're swinging the ball. They're getting those slip pick matchups that they want. They've had really good in-tight shots on Aquino, but I mean, that's what happens. I'll give Coach Stocks a lot of credit. It would have been really easy to stick with Ashton Brown. I mean, that's the shiny new toy, played in the NLL. He's a great goaltender. Not trying to take anything away from him, but to go back with who you know, who got you there, Keegan Aquino, to switch it up after one game, and he's come in, and the best thing a goaltender can do is just come in and be calm and be a relaxing presence, and that's exactly what Aquino has done. I mean, that's why it's 2-0.
No surprise here. Dave Bremner hot at all 3 officials at the Victoria bench. He waited there until they came his direction. They had a brief word with Simon Stocks as well. And I think for Nanaimo, they've got Sean Lehman at the bench, and the fact that he's such a long time and respected referee in this community, it calms the other Nanaimo coaches down when you've got a guy that is just recently retired from being an official. I think he's a good calming influence on the coaching staff. Yeah,
you know, you can say, you know, I know we want that call, but that's not really a call. We don't need to get on these guys so hard. And Dave Bremner, I mean, an absolute legend in Canadian lacrosse, and when he wants to talk to you as a referee, you're going to go talk to him.
You will every time.
You're going to give him that respect. I mean, I know he coached me up here in Nanaimo back in the day, and now he's taken over this Junior A program and got them right back to the top of the table. And all 3 referees are going to take the time to talk to Coach Dave and talk to Coach Simon. I mean, Simon probably didn't have much to say other than keep doing what you're doing. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out, if there's going to be a couple kind of make-up calls, or, I mean, the referees are human as well. That conversations they have, they do weigh on them in between periods, and you don't want it to be a one-sided affair to the penalty box all night.
2-0 Timberman after 20 minutes. We'll be back in about 8 minutes with second period play. Game 2 of the BC Junior A Lacrosse League playoff series between Nanaimo and Victoria. The Shamrocks up 1-0. The Timbermen up 2-0 after 20 minutes and a brief segment of some 4-on-4. And then a Nanaimo power play, another Nanaimo power play, as the Timbermen have been on the front foot on that side of it. And will the Shamrocks have more discipline here in the middle frame after a talk from the coaches after the opening 20. Still very much within striking distance, but need to stay 5-on-5. That's true of any time, especially come playoff time. You need to stay 5-on-5 as much as humanly possible.
Well, I'm sure it's exactly what the coaching staff of the Shamrocks spoke to their boys about in between periods. You know, we can beat this team. We've proven we can beat this team. We're up 1-0 in the series, and we just got to stay out of the box and let our O guys go to work.
Here comes the power play. Hall will get off, bringing out the offense, led by Andrew Bowman. Bowman, he'll play the point position here. Puts it out wide, playing some catch with Bowes. Now to Masnik. Good to see Masnik's back out there. He was shaken up late in the first. Masnik to Bowman. Winding, feeding, deflected away. Can Pavetta get a break shorthanded? Running down with Thompson. Bowman's the only player back. Feed for Thompson in tights, and there's Keegan Aquino getting down. A huge stop on a clean 2-on-1 shorthanded.
Oh, a great save by Aquino just to stand his ground and play big and play to his strengths. And Thompson tried to squeak it 5-hole, couldn't really get to the spot he wanted, and we'll keep it 2-0.
Masnik looks at Bowman. Matt Bowes, Andrew Bowman, Jared Masnik. Bowman stepping and feeding. Bowman to the crease. Wall forced out. Bowes, Bowman, Masnik wired it on net. That was stopped. Rebound is free. Masnik trying to recover, but in a double team. Couldn't take that ball.
A nice save early in that power play from Grayson Manning. The ever dangerous Jared Masnik. I mean, he dropped his stick there and went low, and Grayson beat him to it.
Outside opportunity here for O'Farrell. Late in the power play. Klassen goes across. Quested has it outside. To the net, a bouncer off Aquino. Ball comes out. Taken just outside the paint. Timberman possession, but now 5-on-5. Low back to the floor. Still 2-0 Timberman. Nanaimo ball. Bowes down low for Wall. Wall. A pick from Matt Bowes. A ball back towards Anderson, and now Fontenla. Fontenla. Cross floor again. Wall trying to step in. Lincoln Wall, can he get free? Gets by the defender, in close with a shot, he scores! What a goal by Lincoln Wall!
Well, what an individual effort by Lincoln Wall, and Brian Lowe got caught out there. I mean, he had to run back on defense. I mean, he's definitely an offensive player, and usually that when Wall beats his man, there's a slide coming, and Lowe doesn't really quite understand the defensive assignments as well as he does on the offensive floor. And fortunately for Wall, he beat his man clean.
Great chance for Wong, but it's still 3-0. Couple of goalposts for Nanaimo in this game, and here's Vincent.
Well, that's exactly what I love to see from a defenseman in transition. One step over the dotted and just pick your spot. And I mean, he missed that far side top corner by an inch.
Nanaimo controlling out wide. Struther. Cooper Anderson and Peskett, both near him. Wanted to beat out the 30 and just waste that one at Manning, but it didn't go on the nets. Shot clock violation here. Still 1:03 of power play time with Mullen in the box for the Timbermen if the Shamrocks can get something going. And they'll try it with Dylan Anderson to Thompson, and now Lowe as they move it around the outside. Lowe will close. Thompson, cross floor. Here's O'Farrell driving in. He scores! Power play goal for the Shamrocks. Nice move to increase the angle and get deeper from O'Farrell.
Well, and that's just great movement like we just talked about on the power play. I mean, getting the defense to turn their heads, having to look off ball, and O'Farrell, a lot of
the game for Victoria. They've got the power play goal. They're within 2. And we'll see where momentum lies after the 3-1 tally. Timberman back to the offense with Wall. Shoots one, just missed it, and the ball will bound over and back. Shamrock possession here. And are they going to give a penalty call? I thought there might be. There was a lot of chatter and contact in behind the play as the teams were changing, but we'll continue here.
Well, Wall and Goalie have been going at it all evening, and that doesn't seem to be stopping at all.
And Goalie and Masnik as well. Thompson outside look, barging towards the middle. To the goal scorer, O'Farrell. Winding up, sidearm shot, Aquino, the save. Thompson after the rebound. Pollock tried to get it, went down. Timberman from the paint. Running away is Vincent. Out of center court. Controlling is Hall. Hall moves it across. Sets up the offense in Tyson Fontenla. Anderson, the latecomer, Masnik to Bowman. Bowman outside. Looks to the front, stepping. Had a man open, but instead he wanted to go to Fontenla. Back to Bowman, a drive and hoping for a rebound, but Manning closed it up. Shamrock ball, and no opportunity to get in tight for the Nanaimo shooters that time.
Oh, a good defensive set there by Victoria, keeping it out to the perimeter, and Manning's going to make those saves every time.
Conley to block. Block feeds in behind, 12 on the 30. Low, standing behind Aquino. 8 seconds, feeds the front, ball deflected away. Block holds it in, he's got 4 seconds. Wants to beat the 30, throws it to the crease, and he had a man leaping there. That was Low, but shot clock violation. Low was behind the net, but Nanaimo defended it so well he couldn't get it to the front. And now, again, as the Shamrocks are changing, right in the midst of things was Nanaimo's Mullen, and he's getting a penalty call here. And now the fans are getting upset, and Brad Dugan standing and yelling from the Timberman bench. This is often what happens as the power plays go one way, then it'll turn. It'll go the other direction. A cross-checking call against Mullen, and Andrew Bowman is now going to complain.
Well, I mean, I understand the call. I mean, Mullen obviously did enough to warrant a penalty, but in that situation, I mean, it's 3-on-1, 3 Shamrocks to 1 Nanaimo player in front of their bench, and they're all pushing and shoving, and to pull one guy out of it, I mean, I understand that that's exactly what you do to calm down the temperatures. It's just unfortunate that Mullen was picked out of that pile.
Low, playing catch with O'Farrell. O'Farrell and Klassen over there on the righties. Now here's a look from Thompson, cross floor, shot by Low, and closing up was Keegan Aquino. Ball in the paint, Timberman will take it. Vincent takes on Klassen, Klassen good contact. Anderson batted the ball out. Klassen nailed, and a penalty call is coming. It's going to be 5-on-3 Victoria. Thompson takes a whack on the play from Gunderson. Thompson gets it back, fighting for the loose ball. Then Pavetta took Gunderson down, and is that going to be penalized? There's certainly a Nanaimo penalty, but is it an even up? I think it might be on Pavetta.
Oh, Klassen was taken hard into the boards, and Pavetta, that's his second one of the night, a little bit just overzealous as he looks to the sky. And I mean, that's the undisciplined that we're talking about. They're about to have a 5-on-3, and now they still have an abbreviated power play, but I mean, you're down 3-1 in this game. You've been taking a bunch of penalties. Pavetta's had a couple himself tonight. It's just time to kind of get things under control and on the reins here, because I mean, it's only 3-1, but it could easily be 5-6, 7-1. The way Manning has played, he's played unbelievable, but he can't just keep flirting with fire here and giving a power play to such a potent offense in Nanaimo. You
want to be aggressive, but at times it seems like it's a distraction and less of a strategy, but more of a distraction.
Yeah.
13:41 left second period. 4-on-3 power play is what's to come, but they're taking the penalties down, so will it end up being 5-on-4 instead? I think that's what the officials are saying. They had signaled 4-on-3, and now it's looking like they're going to go 5-on-4 instead, and it is going to be Nanaimo possession here with the Timbermen down the extra man. They'll take that. Masnik out wide. Timberman 3, Shamrocks 1. A knockdown once again. This time it was Struther who was knocked. Feet of the crease, quick stick. Masnik scores 4-1. Goalie got him at the end as well, but Masnik's second finish today, and another beautiful pass and finish.
Well, onto the, I mean, Masnik just finds a way to beat him on the short side, and then a little bit of extra curriculars after the goal, as Goalie always seems to be in there, and he got an extra free shot after the goal on Masnik, as Captain Andrew Bowman's going to chat with the officials, because, I mean, can't be letting your star players get taken advantage of like that.
And what a pass. Lincoln Wall from the extreme left-hander position to the extreme right-handed position. Diagonal on a rope, and absolutely no chance for Manning, who's been so good at coming across, but you just can't catch up to a pass and finish that's that fast.
No, we call that the skip pass. You go lefty shooter to righty crease, or vice versa. And I was chatting earlier, I mean, especially when you're short-handed, you want to be able to come step out and challenge the shot, because Wall obviously has an absolute cannon and he can put it anywhere he wants. But when you challenge that shooter like that, you're relying on your defense to lock off those creases. And if they don't, exactly what happened right there, Masnik finds a way to bury it. And that's about 5 or 6 times tonight that they've looked for that opportunity, and Manning's been able to get 3 or 4 of them.
Look out, here's Hall right off the face-off. Hall just missed on the glove side. Ball bounding out of play. That would have been a big one for Nanaimo. They increased the lead to 4-1, but Hall had a chance for goal number 5, and now a minute of Shamrock power play time to try and get back within 2 again. Quested will take. Man off the bench, and that's who gets played in. It's Lowe. Lowe for Klassen. Pollock is out in front. Lowe looking at Quested. Quested down low. Anderson. Lowe shoots one. Aquino closing the door. Ball in the paint. Trying to run away. Vincent, he couldn't. Klassen on the steal. Takes on the other defender. Good job by Hall to just force him up, but Klassen still has it. Anderson, quick stick, scores. 4-2. One quick stick deserves another. Nanaimo up 4-1 on a similar play, cross crease, and no chance as Anderson buried it, but that was Vincent getting caught trying to run out of trouble, and he just put himself in deeper trouble.
Well, a great individual effort by Klassen to get that loose ball and not force you. You could tell he wanted to go underneath and take a shot, but he decided to pull out a little bit, go around the net, and find Anderson on the near side for that quick stick, and no chance for Aquino. I mean, what a great heads-up play by Klassen to, one, get the ball and pull out, not take the shot, not force it, go around the net and find an open man. I mean, it's just a masterclass of patience and skill there.
2-goal game once again. Victoria never trailed in game 1, although Nanaimo came back late to tie and put a scare in. Opposite in this so far. Nanaimo on the front foot throughout. O'Farrell for Pollock with a shot, and Aquino the save. And another penalty call coming. This one's a cross-checking call, as the trips to the penalty box continue, but this time they're mounting for Nanaimo in the second period.
Well, it looks like that after the period chat between Coach Bremner and the officials is paying dividends here. I mean, I didn't quite see what happened there on the call, but you don't get a cross-checking penalty without warrant in this league. So, I mean, referee Rob Cook, my old coach from the old Victoria Field days back in 20 years ago, but made a great call, I guess, and we'll see this power play go to work again. Pollock in front, just taking an absolute abuse, like a young Tyson Rowe a little bit.
He's loose in the middle as they play it to the outside low. Ball deflected. Cohen Block might get to win this back. He does. 12 on the 30. Block closing up, feeding across. Anderson looking back. He's got Block, winds and fires. Aquino closed up. Ball in his equipment, but he made the save. Nanaimo moving ahead now.
A good way to squeeze the ball for Aquino and get the whistle, get his defenders off, and let them go to work here. Anderson on the reg.
Anderson out wide. 10 on the 30. Masnik is with him. Anderson breaks into a run. There's Bo's overhand shot. Took something off that. Manning stopped it. Outlets ahead. Peskin over center court. Gilbo has it, moving towards the front. He's got Klassen on the other side, and now Anderson. Anderson with the second Victoria goal. Works at the dotted crease. Quested up top. Low to Quested for Anderson. Anderson for Quested. Winds, feeds, chance in tight. Feed towards Pollock, but he couldn't catch it. Ball comes out. Late in the possession, Quested with a pass off a shot. Aquino the save on Anderson. Nice lead under grab it from Vincent, up ahead for Mullen. And now Nanaimo has the opportunity to kill most of the rest of this Victoria power play. Mullen controls against Sagodi. Goes for a run. Sagodi tries to strip him. Still Mullen at the top. Can he work out of this double team? Spins to the net, flips it off, a chance down low. Pilkington tried to sub it on net, and he was stopped by Manning, but good work there from Mullen to hang on to it.
Well, a great individual effort by Mullen and to find Pilkington for a shot. And now we're going to have a penalty.
Sagodi, while the teams were changing, got a shot in, and I wasn't sure if the officials were going to watch it, but man, you have to watch it in this game. 5, 10, 15, 20 feet behind the play at all times.
Well, there's a little bit of confusion there with Rob Cook and Simon Stocks, as Cook had a delayed call for Victoria but hadn't blown the whistle, even though Victoria still had the ball. So Stocks was getting a little bit animated on the bench, saying they have the ball, you got to blow it in if it's a penalty for them. And now we'll have a bit of a water break for Aquino. Manning electing not to, he hasn't been quite as busy as Aquino has been in this second period. So I think Aquino's just taking a second there, getting a little bit of a cool down from the trainer. And now looks like Sagodi is going to go back to the box here. So Sagodi and Pavetta have made a little bit of a train to the box tonight.
Nanaimo on the power play, looking to get back up by 3. They had the lead at 3-0. They had the lead at 4-1. It's now 4-2. Masnik to Bowman. Masnik again. Bowman runs through. Masnik for Bose. Back to Masnik. Shoots one, a bouncer. Anderson grabs a loose ball. Fresh 30. Bowman at the shooter spot. Bose to the point. Masnik. They move it all the way around the outside. Bose, Bowman, and now Wall. Wall runs to the top, gets loose, fakes, flips, ball goes into Anderson, cross floor, Bowman, Matt Bose on the move, a sidearm shot, missed the goal late in the possession. Can anybody catch this? Bowman tried to, but it's an over and back call. 1:18 left in this Nanaimo man advantage, 4-2 Timberman, 9:33 remaining in period 2 here at Frank Crane Arena. Game 2. Victoria up 1-0 after a 10-9 win on Tuesday. 2 days off before this game, but they play again tomorrow and Monday, games 3 and 4. Up top is Thompson. Thompson stands, delivers. Klassen driving it. Ball's going to bound towards center court. Thrown down towards Keegan Aquino, and the Timbermen will take over possession and start up the floor, led by Vincent. Vincent to Masnik. 2 goals for Jared Masnik today. Both of them beauties on the quick stick. Bowman to Masnik. Masnik back for Bowman. Cross floor. Matt Bose closing in. Andrew Bowman feeds low. Quick stick shot. Hat trick for Masnik. He is on fire, and it's 5-2.
Well, a bit of a different look there on the GLE. Kind of on the half wall on the quick stick there. Manning almost got to it, and I mean Masnik, we've seen it all year. That's why they acquired him. I mean, he's such a talented player. You give him, he's one of those offensive players that he's great with the ball, but he's just as dangerous, which is an even bigger skill. To be able to be dangerous without the ball is such a unique talent. And I mean, he has it in his stick there for 0.5 seconds, and it's in the net. I mean, he's willing this team to victory right now.
5-2 Nanaimo. Hawley's up off the face-off. Dropping for 80. 80, high delivery, but not a good one. Manning will take it from the paint. Busnus brings the Shamrocks ahead to Guilbeault at center court. Guilbeault defers. Cohen block. Being grappled on the play by 80. Blocks pass, makes it through to O'Farrell. Thompson's on the run. O'Farrell looking across. Plays it back. Klassen to block. 6 on the 30. Cohen block. Gets to the middle. Overhand shot off the target. High ball. Thompson finds it late in the possession. Drove it wide. Shot clock violation with just over 8 minutes to go in the second period. And the Timbermen up 5-2. Up by 3 for the third time in today's game. 3-0, 4-1, and now 5-2. 3 of the goals by Jared Masnik. He's got the ball now. Plays it down towards Anderson. Wall cuts through. Anderson to Masnik. Masnik looking at Matt Bowes. Bowes moves it down to Wall. Lincoln Wall driving, flipping. Bowes trying to drag it to the front. Made the move, then ran into the double team, and Segodi brings the ball forward for Victoria to center court.
What an opportunity for Bowes there. Beat his man, just couldn't bring the ball with him. Lost it, unfortunately, as he would have been naked in. Just him alone with Grayson Manning.
Outside look, there's a drive from O'Farrell, and that hit the post and bounds all the way back down. Manning comes out of his nets, but hitting iron there. An outlet to Quested. 5-on-5 lacrosse. Haven't seen a lot of it today, but we're at 5-on-5 now with 20 seconds in the possession for Anderson. Gets to the middle lane. Shot one, but missed the mark. Ball loose beside Aquino, and trying to take it is Hall. Outlets to Mullen. Here come the Timbermen in transition. Mullen has Bowman off the bench. Mullen also with Vincent. Vincent stays out there at center court. Lobs it to Bowman. He's got Struther down low. Masnik joins. Bowman. Wall. Anderson winds. Fires sidearm. Manning a big save. Ball to the rafters, and Nanaimo's going to get a reset, and I think they're calling for a wipe, or is possession actually going Victoria's way, or maybe both?
Looks like a combination of a wipe, water, and possession call.
Jacob Park, the man with the mop, does a great job as a Timberman volunteer at all levels. And pretty neat. Jacob's a volunteer for all sports across Nanaimo, and they had some exhibition baseball in the West Coast League here, and they let Jacob Park coach one of the teams.
Oh, that's amazing.
And that's a great thing for a guy that volunteers for hockey, for baseball, for lacrosse.
Yes.
And with Jacob, it's the senior A's, it's the junior A's, it's the tier 1. He's out there at every game volunteering. Sometimes he's at the front door before games. He was today, helping to take tickets and get people in, and then has the mop out as well. Just one of those great volunteers. And there's a Jacob Park in every city in the world of lacrosse.
Absolutely, and I remember Jacob well. I mean, as a backup hybrid third string goalie for most of my career, I spent a lot of time with Jacob on the bench, and just an absolute delight to get to know, and I love that he's still doing it 10 years later.
Always a smile on his face too. Bowman will close. Put it to the side. Struther with a shot. Manning the save. Ball out. Busnus trying to take it. Guilbeault has one of the Timbermen. That's Bowman down, and Bowman shaken up. Breakaway for Lowe the other way, and Keegan Aquino makes the save. Bowman still down behind the play, and the officials finally whistle it. Guilbeault was right on top of him, and then Guilbeault got up. Bowman did not. And there's the Nanaimo's captain down against the wall in distress, and that will raise the temperature again, and the officials are going to talk about the sequence between Guilbeault and Bowman right against the boards that ended up with Bowman on the bottom, but he's up under his own power. That's an excellent sign, and Masnik went down pretty awkwardly in the first period and came back as well, but in a game that's as physical as this, it's not a surprise that casualties are being taken here.
Absolutely. It looked like they got tangled up, and Guilbeault's stick ended up underneath Bowman, and he gave him an extra shot while he was on the ground in a pseudo, accidentally on purpose way to get a shot in while he's trying to grab his stick right in front of the referee. No call. I mean, obviously, Coach Simon Stocks isn't too happy about that, sending over Matt Bowes, and I looked over and saw GM and proud father Chris Bowman out of his seat, wondering what the call was going to be, and looks like we're just going to have a face-off.
There was a conference about it. Still 5-2 in Nanaimo. 6 minutes and change left in the second, and here's Busnus towards Keegan Aquino. Shamrocks bringing out the offense. Anderson looks across, running through is Thompson. Cradling on the outside, Lowe. Lowe for Thompson, off his stick. Hawley takes him on. They collide. Thompson runs away with the ball, gets to the front. Thompson knocked down to the floor, still has it, feeds it. Bushnus out on offense in the corner, only 3 seconds. Hawley's trying to keep that ball in the corner, and he does so. Shot clock violation. Heavy shift, and boy, Thompson looked like he might get a break to the net, but taken out just at the end.
Well, a great individual effort by Grayson Thompson on his backside, trying to find his man. Unfortunately, Bushnus couldn't quite handle the pass, and then a great defensive play, heads up, lacrosse IQ to leave that ball and let the shot clock expire. Nanaimo ball.
Here's Wall trying to drive to the crease. Pulls back to the corner. Passing up Masnik, a quick stick from the middle, and just missed with that. Ball bounced back to center court. Anderson gave it up. The Shamrocks control with Connolly running through the middle. Queston comes on to join him. Also off the bench is Cohen Block. Quested out wide. Cradles the ball, deals it across. O'Farrell drives one on net. Aquino made the stop, and the ball bounced back into him. Looks for the outlet, and he makes a pass across. Hall trying to scamper towards center court. Looked like some illegal contact off ball. Shamrock possession.
Oh, what an opportunity it was on that last set. O'Farrell laid off the bench, coming over to stack and taking a shot. Aquino coming right out and making a nice pad save, and then
there's a beautiful goal by Lowe. Quick stick shot from the middle. Lowe, and no time to react. It's a 5-3 game, and that possession call just seconds earlier, it looms large right now for the Shamrocks.
Well, what a nice pass there from the left side. You would think that it's going to go far side back on a swing, but Lowe just found the soft spot in the middle and just kind of took a page out of Jared Masnik's book, and it seems like the only thing that's getting past these goalies tonight are quick sticks and diving desperation save type goals. I mean, both guys have been absolutely on fire tonight, and that's why the score is relatively low.
4.5 to play, second period. Nanaimo 5, Victoria 3. 8-second violation, Shamrock ball, and Victoria started to get Nanaimo on their heels, still trailing by a pair. They still don't have back-to-back goals in the game, but within 2 right now, and forcing the Timbermen here in the second period. Nanaimo loves to play a quick transition game in the second. They haven't been able to today. Cohen Block gets away from the checker. That's Vincent. Here comes Thompson to the goal. Thompson spins, lane to the crease, drops it back. Heavy traffic, and there's going to be a penalty call. Down is Thompson heavily.
Well, Grayson Thompson got finished into the boards after the ball was gone, and it looks like Vincent is going to be the culprit, as there was two Nanaimo defenders that sandwiched Thompson into the boards.
Thompson down, and it looked as though in the middle, I think that Pollock might have taken a stick at the same time too. But the penalty is going to be the one on Vincent, and concern for Thompson, who continues down in behind Keegan Aquino.
Yeah, Thompson hasn't moved very much. I'm sure that's just, you know, in a play like that, when you get sandwiched against the boards, most of the time the wind's getting knocked out of you, and he's probably just trying to catch his breath. I don't want to speculate, but we hope that Grayson Thompson will be all right and be able to continue in this game, because he's been a big part of that Victoria offense all afternoon.
There's so much speed in today's BC Junior A Lacrosse League, and this game has been a lot different. An old school feel, it's been physical, and certainly guys like Dave Bremner, Simon Stocks, that's the type of a game that they liked as players and they both like as coaches. But both teams giving up some speed here today to take the extra shot and to be physical, and it has been a rough ride. Thompson to his feet, that's a great sign. And we'll see how he can get towards the bench, but he's not going to be going with full weight, being ushered back to the Shamrock bench.
Looks like that right leg hasn't really touched the ground very much.
I'm just betting the officials here, as they're in conference, are saying, okay, how do we get the clamps on this game? Because right now it's so physical. We just talked about it, that, you know, things are happening 5, 10, 15, 20 feet behind the play.
Constantly.
And so how do you put the clamp on that? Do you start to call one team versus the other? Well, they've already tried that, and it hasn't really worked.
And you can't, I mean, just like almost every sport, there could be a penalty or a foul on every single possession. And you don't want to call everything that happens, or else you're just going to have a power play kind of exposition or an exhibition. And it looks like it's going to be a 5-minute for boarding.
it's going to be a 2 and a 5.
Wow.
So right now it's Vincent with the 2, Mullen with the 5. So there's a cross check and a boarding call out of this, and long 5-on-3 for the Victoria Shamrocks. Down a pair of goals, but up a pair of men.
And that's how you settle it down, right? Like, you have to punish on the power play. You have to, the only way to, I mean, there's 2 ways to match the intensity. Either match it physically, and then it turns into a 2005 BC Junior A playoff game, or you put up on the scoreboard and get back into this game if you're Victoria. And I mean, it's the playoffs, it's a 7-game series. You know, you're playing for tomorrow, you're not just playing for tonight. Every hit, every slash, every pick that's a little bit low, it all adds up to a potential Game 7 game, and I'm sure both of these coaches and all these players know that that's exactly what they're doing here, and they've stepped over the line, both teams, a couple times tonight. The referees have done a good job to try to keep it at bay, but I mean, this is a physical game. This is an aggressive game. As much skill that there is, you're never going to be able to legislate out the aggressiveness, and I don't think anyone would want that gone all the way, but I mean, you never want to see someone get slammed into the boards quite like that. It's going to be a 5 and a 2, and Victoria's going to look to take advantage and potentially go on the lead with this power play.
Long 5-on-3. And the Shamrocks right away calling a timeout, and they want to talk about this. And Dave Bremner's been around long enough to know, here's the key moment of this lacrosse game. You can erase everything that's happened in the first 36 minutes. Here's the key moment for Victoria right here. Down to long 5-on-3. One of the penalties is a major, and here's where you can absolutely turn the game. Nanaimo's found a way to be in front right from the get-go, but the game can really turn. It can really change here. And you start to be in a position where it's, as the road team, hey, if we can have a good end of the second, we can win the game with a strong third and go up 2-0 and put all kinds of pressure on Nanaimo. And I think this is a wise timeout call right here for Victoria's power play.
Well, offensive coach and other Hall of Famer Darren Reisig is drawing up a play, and I expect them to go right away with a play on the power play. You know, not too often on a power play in a regular setting, you don't get a timeout. You're kind of just going out there and you're relying on your quarterback, the man at the top, to really say what play you're going to do during the play. But with the timeout here, I assume and I imagine they're going to go with a set play right away to try to get a goal on the board as quickly as possible. It'll be interesting to see if they leave it at 4-on-3 or with the play. O'Farrell, he's not the type of player you want to leave out of it.
No, not at all.
I mean, has had a great game tonight, has an absolute deadly shot, so I'm interested to see if they run a 5-on-3 play right away. And it looks like O'Farrell is going to hang out at the top.
At the crease, it's Anderson to block. Anderson again cuts in, crease dive in the crease. Aquino stopped him anyhow. But that play was there, but so hard to stay out of the paint when you're on top of the goalie's crease like that. Now Nanaimo ball, down a pair of bodies. Andrew Bowman looking fine on the run as he was shaken up moments earlier. Bowman waiting down deep, hanging on to the ball. Victoria could double him here, but they really don't. Pilkington trying to pick for Bowman. They're 2-on-3. Bowman late in the possession, wires it down, and that ball is going to bounce into the seats. But there's a big 30 seconds killed for Nanaimo. 1:23 left in the 5-on-3. Shamrock ball with O'Farrell, and he's going to start up the middle. Gives it to Quested. Quested for Anderson. Quested again. Closing, feeding, Klassen. Low to the crease, Anderson. Quested winds, shoots, Aquino kicked it away. Nanaimo ball, can they get out of trouble? Put to center, that's where O'Farrell was waiting for it. Shamrocks back in, Klassen, Quested, fakes, dunks, great arm save, Keegan Aquino. Ball still
standing his ground, what a save. About the last guy in Victoria that you want to give an opportunity on the crease there, Quested, and Aquino equal to the task, staying low and exploding through that save at the last second.
Shoulder up, big time stop. 40 seconds of 5-on-3 time. 5-3 Timberman. Quested from the middle to the crease for Anderson. Quested again. Anderson now turns, fakes, shoots, Aquino the save. Wong grabs the rebound, looks up floor with it. Wong rifles it to center. Lowe's gonna close back in. Would have loved to have gotten that ball all the way down, but Lowe wouldn't let it. Shamrocks will close. 16 seconds in the 5-on-3. O'Farrell to Cohen block. Block, passing it off. Anderson to block, closing, shooting. Aquino kicks that to the side. Ball free, taken by Gunderson. Big ball win for Nanaimo.
Great play by Gunderson as O'Farrell thought he was all alone and looks to the sky as Gunderson picked that one right away from him and got these tired defenders off as Vincent comes on the floor.
Across floor is Wall. Lincoln Wall from the outside. Struthers with him. Wall hanging on. Wound up, wouldn't shoot, makes a turn, now a swim to the front. Wall tried to dunk that, Manning said no way, and Grayson Manning grabs the loose ball, outlets it forward. Shamrocks up floor with 2:30 left in the major now. It's 5-on-4. Mullins standing at the penalty box and waiting and seeing if his goaltender, Keegan Aquino, can keep standing on his head. Quested, Anderson, 10 on the 30. Quested winds up, walks in, overhand shot, stopped by Aquino, rebound. Quested scores on his own rebound, 5-4, and there's one off the major.
Oh, what a play by Quested to get that shot off from way out. And then most offensive players are going to admire that shot. He just gets in there right away at the dotted, grabs his own rebound with one hand, and finishes on the rebound on Aquino. No real chance for Aquino. He's hoping his defenders are going to be able to box out that rebound and really help him out after that nice initial first save. Couldn't quite get to it. Great individual effort by Quested.
And now is it Nanaimo timeout here? 1:06 remaining. 5-4 Timberman. A tight 1-goal game. And the Shamrocks will end this period on the power play, of course, barring another goal off the major, and could begin the third period on the man advantage as well. But we are going to be in for a heck of a third.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, this game has given you everything you want. It's got the old school physicality vibe. It's got nice offensive flair goals, good transition goals, great goaltending. And I like the timeout used on the power play earlier by Coach Bremner, and I like this one as well by Coach Stocks, because you get 2 timeouts in a game, but you only get 1 in the third. So you got to burn it now and it kind of just resettle here. They've given up a couple goals in a row. They're still on the PK. And it looks like Coach Brad Dugan is talking to Aquino and his unit, saying, let's just calm down here a little bit, finish this period. 1:06 left. We're in a great position. We're up by 1. We've been dominating the 5-on-5 play. Let's just get back to what's been working for us.
1:06 remaining. Looks like it's going to be Vincent and Anderson on the face-off. Keegan Aquino getting back towards his crease. Grayson Manning doing likewise. Excellent lacrosse game throughout, and it's got a playoff feel in a game 2 that could be 2 of 7. That would not be a surprise if we went till Sunday the 27th to wrap this one up. Pavetta scoops the ball. Shamrocks in again. Klassen. Low. Here comes the offense. Low to Anderson. Quested's at the top, takes it from the shooter spot. Low playing catch up high with Pollock. Pollock moves to the middle. Quested sets it up. Low walks in, faking, backing up now. Quested wants it and gets it. 5 on the 30. Anderson to Quested. Nice move, swims through with a shot, and Aquino able to close up the middle of the net, take that ball away. And Nanaimo looks for the outlet. High feed towards Vincent.
Nice pass by Aquino, and Quested took the punishment there as he's checking his teeth, making sure they're all there as he took the punishment, getting that shot off in the middle of the floor, but that's what it takes in playoff lacrosse.
Last possession of the period here, Masnik. 12 on the 39 on the game clock right now. Masnik has Pilkington run a pick. Cross floor, Matt Bowes couldn't make the high catch, and the time will tick down. Wall with the last touch. Second period comes to a close. 5-4 Nanaimo Timbermen. The Shamrocks a little 2-goal run to get back to within 1. And 1:04 left in the major to Mullen to start the third period. But not much has been decided here in the first 40 minutes. And we'll see, can the game settle down? I think whichever team can settle down the best in the third might be the team that has the best path to victory.
Well, 1-goal game heading into the third period. I'm sure both teams would be happy with this outcome. I mean, so much special teams play in that second period as well as the first period. It'll be interesting to see. Usually the third period, the whistles kind of go away and you let the boys decide the outcome of this one. It'll be interesting to see in this third period, as it looks like Coach Stocks is waiting to chat to the officials, possibly, but
I think definitely.
yeah.
Coach Bremner wanted that chat at the end of the first, and Coach Stocks wants it here at the end of the second. And the penalties really flipped. So Victoria undisciplined at times in the first, Nanaimo undisciplined at times in the second. And Coach Stocks lobbying his case here. And you're not doing it for the here and now. You're doing it because maybe there's a time in the final 20 minutes that you might get a call. You might put something in the heads of the officials, and Stocks is trying to stay as composed as he can, much like Coach Bremner did at the end of the first period. You want to try and stay composed when you're trying to get a little bit of that future call to come your direction.
Well, I'm wondering if he's motioning over to the boards here where Captain Andrew Bowman went down earlier. I'm wondering if he's asking, how is a referee standing 15 feet away from that and not seeing a call there, and heading into the third period, hopefully looking for maybe one or two calls to go the way of the T-men, as it was heavily favored Victoria in that second frame.
We'll come back with the third period in just over 8 minutes. Nanaimo 5, Victoria 4 through 40 minutes of game 2. The third period at Frank Crane Arena in Nanaimo. The Timbermen and the Shamrocks 5-4 in Nanaimo through the opening 40 minutes of lacrosse. 1:04 left, and a major to Mullen for taking out Thompson. And as Thompson was coming out a bit on the limp, but he did come out to start the period with his teammates for the Shamrocks.
It's great to see Grayson Thompson come back onto the floor and hopefully be able to contribute. I mean, he's been a big part of this offense, even though they've only had 4 goals, Victoria, tonight. He's been a big part of it, getting loose balls, taking punishment, getting into the dirty areas. And, I mean, he obviously took the hit to make the play on that major. And we'll see is also Quested is on the bench, and he's been checking. He took one up high late in that second frame as well, and he was checking for repairs again as he came out of the tunnel. So another minute 4 power play here for Victoria. It'll be interesting to see if they elect to go right away or kind of ease into that period. I've always been a little bit kind of apprehensive to start a power play or start a period on the power play because you're not really into that rhythm yet. That first minute and a half, that first 2 minutes, you're kind of still getting involved mentally back into a lacrosse game. As hard as you try to keep that intensity up in between periods, it does take a little bit to amp back up again.
As it has been all season long at all levels in this building, the score clock is giving them problems at center court, and that has not changed from game 1 of the Tier 1 season through the WLA for the Senior Vs when they play here through the Junior A's tonight. They might, as they've done on way too many occasions, had to switch score clocks.
Yes.
There's been buzzer issues in this building. There's been what we have now, which only half the score clock is working. They don't have the shots on the board. They do have the penalty time up, but can they reset this clock to 20 minutes, or will they have to go to the end zone clock? And they've got, and the on-floor officials have come to try and help the off-floor officials, but the off-floor official is Brandy Terrace, and if there's anyone who knows how to run that clock and run that timekeeper's booth, it's Brandy Terrace. And so Nanaimo has one of their absolute best on that clock. It's not operator issues, I can tell you that.
No, and it looks like they are. The referee sent the players back to the bench, but none of the players wanted to go. And it looks like there's Jacob Parkas back out doing a little bit of, you don't see that too often, pre-period wiping of the crease, keeping it dry in there. And it looks like that score clock, the old school one on the end, is going to be turned on as like you said, that middle one, I mean, it's just so finicky. I don't know how you fix it. I'm definitely not the right guy to be giving any pointers in that department. But I
have an answer for you, and it's called Get a New One.
Yeah, I'm sure those are going. Those are on sale on Amazon right now. So
if somebody, if they're listening at the city of Nanaimo, is going, no, Dan, that's absolutely not what we want to do. But I think that's the answer. Someone has to shell out the big dollars for a new score clock. Well, between all the hockey teams and all the lacrosse teams and the city itself, maybe there's a mechanism to get a new score clock, maybe even with a video screen.
I was going to say a couple TVs on there.
A big wish list. Big wish list. Shamrock power play to get us going. O'Farrell, who has one of the goals. Him and Lowe play catch. Lowe to block. Lowe cuts through. Block towards the crease. Anderson from the corner. Vincent goes at him. Ball squirts out. Wong against Lowe. Wong just wants to make sure there's a shot clock violation. There is. Smartly played by Vincent and Wong there to not worry about getting the ball, just force the 30-second shot clock violation.
Yeah, that was easily pick-upable. There was 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and they both decided to let it run out and get a free possession. And it looked like Anderson just took his eye off the ball at the last second and then caused that turnover.
Down to 10 seconds left in this power play for Victoria. Shamrocks on the 5-on-3, and the major did get the 1 goal, but that was it. Masnik, a hat trick for the Timberman, drops the ball down. Shamrock possession, but Mullen is back to the floor, and we'll see 5-on-5 lacrosse, and hopefully we'll see a lot of it in this third period because we haven't so far tonight. Loose ball at center, picked off by Mullen. Key pickoff, to the net goes Mullen. Peskett stays with him very well. Ball across, leaping there was Anderson, couldn't make the catch. Sagoti's onto it. Nanaimo causing a turnover, then making a turnover as Conley leads the Shamrocks away into Timberman territory. Anderson, Thompson back out there, moving well right now is Grayson Thompson. Klassen away from contact, spinning, passing. Conley shoots over the top. Ball free, back towards O'Farrell. 8 on the 30. O'Farrell's on his wrong side. Hall trying to grapple him. There's a shot penalty call, I think, for a hold there is coming against Nanaimo. And Victoria will go right back to the man advantage. And you can see there was a little hold and then just a little bit too long a hold at the end of that sequence.
Well, a good play by O'Farrell to initiate contact and push through Hall. And, I mean, Hall just put his stick up there thinking that O'Farrell was shooting, and O'Farrell went right into him and kind of kick-started that hold, I would say. And, I mean, there's not much you can do when your whole arm is wrapped around the guy trying to shoot. They're going to call it every time.
5-4 Timberman. Victoria power play. Anderson, block, low to block, and now low again. Low cuts through, block with it. O'Farrell winding, feeding. Anderson, ball in and out of his stick. Nanaimo ball. Vincent takes some contact. Running hard to center court. Up ahead, has a man open. Vincent's going to hang on. Takes it back to center court. Plays in Matt Bowes. Bowes, some contact from low. Tyson Fontenla to Ty Pilkington. Pilkington at the top. Closing in. Pilkington gets it low for Fontenla. Shoots one, manning the save. As the Nanaimo kills off some valuable time. 1:07 left in the Hall minor penalty, and the Shamrocks bring up the power play. Lowe has it up top. Quested comes on. Some catch between Lowe and the high man Thompson. Thompson for Lowe to the middle. Wine shoots overhand. Keegan Aquino had to go by him and in. Something off that from Lowe. It's a 5-5 game. A power play goal with 16:50 left.
Looked like it hit somebody on the way to the net as Lowe playing pass and catch there at the top. A good seal by Pollock. Lowe takes the rip, and it looked like it hit a body, and it fooled Aquino. I mean, that was one of those off-speed shots that the goalie, as a goalie, you kind of you're playing the timing game, kind of like a batter in baseball, and then when they throw an off-speed shot like that, you move too early, and it opened up a hole, and it squeaked through Aquino to tie this one up at 5.
For the first time since the game was scoreless, we're in a tie situation. Even in the third period. 5-5 with 16.5 minutes to go. Ty Pilkington for the Timbermen. 3-goal Victoria run from 5-2 down to 5-5 with momentum. Lincoln Wall stepping in towards the net. 10 on the 30 for Wall. Bowes gets to the front. Wall cross floor to Masnik. Masnik trying to get deep. Took a shot, he tried to sub that one. Ball goes back towards Anderson, just off his body. And Nanaimo's going to get a change going here, but a good defensive set for Victoria that time.
A great 5-on-5 set for Victoria, building on that momentum of that game-tying goal by Lowe, and now they're going to go back to work and try to get their first lead of game 2.
Lowe to the latecomer, Klassen back to Lowe again. Lowe makes a move, skipping to that, faking, scores! Crease dive though. It's going to be a Crease violation call. Man, was that close, but it's still 5-all.
What a pretty move by Lowe. Is usually when you come in on that Crease dive, all you're trying to do is beat that goalie to the far post, and Lowe kind of got airborne, got horizontal, and put it back over the short side of Aquino. Unfortunately for Lowe, he did touch the crease right before takeoff. And a close call for Nanaimo and Keegan Aquino.
Timberman goals, Bowes, Masnik with 3 in Wall. Victoria goals, O'Farrell, Anderson, Quested, and 2 by Lowe to get us in this 5-5 tie. And that was almost a beauty hat trick. So close. No chance after the stick move there that Lowe made. Absolutely beautiful from Ryan Lowe, but just a foot in the crease at the most inopportune time. And boy, is that ever a big break for Nanaimo, reeling a little bit right now after giving up 3 straight goals.
Well, like you said, I mean, what a break for Aquino and Nanaimo's defense, as Lowe has been heating up here recently.
Lincoln Wall outside, looking for the middle. Wall winds up, cuts in deeper. Wall stopped by Manning, got the arm up. Big time save from Grayson Manning, ball in behind. Shamrocks with it. An important stop and a deflected ball. Can the Shamrocks get ahead? Gilbo towards center court. Just made that 8-second count. The fans were yelling. Anderson moves it to O'Farrell. Shamrocks looking for their first lead in a 5-5 game, 10 on the 30 for O'Farrell. Pollock trying to clear up room. O'Farrell should stop Pollock after the rebound, but he couldn't scoop it. Still loose. Hawley can't get it. O'Farrell passes it off near 30, and the ball goes away from Thompson. 80 tried to steal. O'Farrell takes, puts it down to Anderson. Anderson takes his time. Plays in block. Back to Anderson with a high catch. Anderson to Klassen. Klassen closing, and a heavy knock. Two separate skirmishes. One that looked like an initial Victoria penalty, and then a secondary incident where block was down in front of the net. This might even up, we'll see, but two incidents on the same play.
Well, Thompson's going for sure on the back pick on 80. I mean, that was dangerous right in front of the bench, or right in front of the boards there, and then another scuffle. And it looks like there's only going to be one penalty to Thompson, and he is laboring. I mean, all credit to him playing in this third period. I mean, he's obviously not at 100% right now, still trying to contribute, but a bit of a tough penalty call here to get the momentum back in Nanaimo's favor potentially.
And that's a playoff mentality, and you can bet that guys on both sides recognize that he's gritting it out right now.
Well, you can't teach that. That's just you wanting to play for the guy next to you and you not wanting to give up no matter what, even if you know you're not at 100%. I mean, I can't give enough credit to Grayson Thompson, especially going out there and still, you know, you can see that he's not moving as well as he normally does. He's a very quick and very agile player. He's kind of, I wouldn't say full-on limping, but laboring out there. Yep. And he found a way to, I mean, he took a penalty, but that was a nice pick he set. And, I mean, unfortunately, 80 did go right into the boards there. And now Nanaimo's going to be on the man advantage once again.
Nanaimo looking to go back up by a goal. Bowman, Masnik, winding, feeding, Bowes, faking, but he couldn't get the shot away. Nice job by Pescott defensively. Ball comes out. Cooper Anderson ahead with Pavetta. 3 Shamrocks in on the attack. They're going to pull up a man down and now take it to the side by Pavetta. Takes his time. 18 on the 30, 127 on the penalty clock. Quested up high. Has moved down the, room down the flank. Hall watching him. Quested to Lowe. Lowe winds up, shoots one wide of Aquino. Ball back towards the Timberman bench. 1:10 left on the Nanaimo's power play. They'll bring out the offensive guys, including Wall. Bowman will quarterback.
And Bowman just spent that entire rag out there as well as he was back on the back check. So we'll see if he tries to catch his breath a little bit at the top.
Matt Bowes closing in. Bowes, Bowman, Masnik, faking, winding, feeding. Goes into traffic. Loose in front of the net. Ball battle. Nanaimo wins it back. 6 on the 30. Bowman, Bowes shoots it. Manning a great save. Couldn't get the rebound. Reset. Nanaimo has it. Wall cross floor. Anderson well checked by Pavetta. Anderson wins the ball. High scoop. Wall settles it. Still lots of time in the possession. Timberman bench excited about that ball recovery. Here's Lincoln Wall. Matt Bowes. Andrew Bowman. Bowes will close, feeding Bowman, waits, fakes, shoots, just missed, rebound out. Anderson can't take it. Ball once again in feet, driven on net. Manning a good save on Masnik. Down to 14 seconds in the power play. And boy, Manning has been so airtight right from the get-go.
Well, Masnik shot that ball with 4 seconds left. I don't know if he thought he had less time than he did. He kind of just released it. Good shot, but even a better save by Grayson Manning. And now an opportunity here.
Bowes at the net, shoots one. Manning closed up, made the low save. Power play's over. Out of the box is Thompson, and they spring him. Thompson breaks into a run, winding up, shoots, and Aquino made the save. High rebound back into the corner. Gunderson scoops it. 12:20 remaining in a 5-5 tie in the third period. Game 2 of this best of 7. Shamrocks up 1-0. A crucial game, especially for Nanaimo here on home floor. Lincoln Wall in a 1-on-1, helping to pick his Strother. Wall, hard push, down to the floor he goes. The Shamrocks in recovery. Up floor goes Connolly. To the middle, he shoots, he scores! Waved off, no goal on the illegal push. Still 5-all. Oh, and that illegal push, and it was Gilbo who made the push. Is that ever a critical play that washes out what would have been the Shamrocks' first lead?
Well, not too happy about that as the Victoria bench, but I mean, as clear as day. I mean, it was like he was playing defense, a full cross-check on the back, creating that scoring opportunity, and a great call by Rob Cook. And that's a call where that's not an easy call to make. There's
no kidding.
You got to have a lot of gumption to make that call. You got to be a veteran referee, and I mean, the captain Pescott, he's not happy with it. He's chatting. He's saying, you know, like that happens 100 times a game, and not that it doesn't, but not in that fashion. Right in front of the referee, directly resulting in a goal. Aquino's looking for a wipe from Mr. Park, and I mean, that's 2 now that Victoria should have, and they've been called back, and it'll be another opportunity for Nanaimo. I've been really liking what I've seen from Matt Bowes on that shooter position. He's coming around. I'd like him to pull that shot a bit short side. He's dropped his shoulder down and shooting sidearm. He's put it far side and stick about 4 or 5 times tonight. I'd really like to see if he could get that around a defender and pull it short side, because Grayson Manning's such a good goaltender. He's timing Bowes now, and he's beating him to that far side shot. Now it's the point where you got to fool him.
Instead of 6-5 Victoria, it's 5-5 with a Nanaimo power play. And you can watch the Victoria bench if Nanaimo scores here. Coach Bremner is going to be livid. Bowman playing catch up high with Anderson. To the crease, Masnik scores! He's got 4 on the quick stick. And Nanaimo making quick work 8 seconds into the power play.
That was gross. I mean, I don't know a goalie in lacrosse, maybe in the history of lacrosse, that's going to make that save. I mean, that comes right from Bowman, right to Bowes, instantly to Masnik on the far side. It's I've been saying it all night, that skip pass, shooter to crease on the opposite sides. The goaltender can't step out and challenge the shot if he knows that the guy on the crease is open. And Manning is being caught in no man's land where he needs to challenge Bowes' shot. We know how good Matt Bowes is from the outside. And he also has to see Masnik on the side, because those crease guys aren't able to lock him off for Victoria. And now Masnik has 4, basically all 4 the same way.
6-5 Timberman. Over and back call. Mullen takes a whack at Klassen, and the Timbermen are going to get possession here. They've got the lead back one more time. They have never trailed tonight, but man, is it tight with 11:35 to play.
I wouldn't have it any other way between Victoria and Nanaimo.
Lincoln Wall to Ty Pilkington, the 4-goal man Masnik. Masnik waits, ball deflected. Can Anderson win it? Unable to do so. And the Shamrocks are back up towards center court. Cram has it from there, and he throws it back into O'Farrell. So the Shamrocks have another answer here. Loads of time left for a few different storylines to unfold. Quested skipping to the middle. Cross floor to O'Farrell. O'Farrell, a push from Wong, and a knockdown in the middle. Illegal off-ball contact from Victoria, and Nanaimo possession. Mullen will take it. Wong over center. Struther comes on. He's got the ball. Struther tried to get it away from Conley. Struther hit hard. Illegal push. Nanaimo ball. Man, the contact is ferocious.
I was going to say Struther has been taking the brunt of it for Nanaimo all night. Doing a good job against his former team. A Victoria kid trying to make a difference.
There's Fontenla scoring 7-5. A great lane just down that right-hander side. Just narrowly inside the post and over the goal line. And Tyson Fontenla had a big regular season game against the Shamrocks in this building, and that is a huge goal tonight in game 2.
Well, a great double seal on the right side allows Fontenla to come right down and beat Grayson Manning on the short side. And it looks like there's going to be coincidental minors here between Struther and Connolly. After the whistle there is going to be roughing. And they're going to go 4-on-4. And they regain the 2-goal lead. Nanaimo does on Fontenla's nice move. But it all starts with the swing pass to the lefties, back over across the top to Fontenla, and then both right-handed players creating that seal, allowing just enough room for Fontenla to come around that seal and shoot and create a scoring chance for himself. I mean, you can't do it alone in this league and in this sport, and that's a perfect example of that.
7-5 Nanaimo on the Fontenla tally. It bounds back towards Pilkington. 4-on-4 lacrosse with 2 penalties in effect, so a lot of extra room, and momentum swings back to the team in white. Matt Bowes. Anderson.
This is the 2-man game special here.
Masnik over the shoulder puts one right into Manning, and that did have the top corner labeled, even though it was a long ways out over the shoulder.
And that looks like a routine save from 50 feet out, but that's not a routine save at all. Grayson Manning having to be quick with that shoulder, because that was a nice shot, even though it was so far away and on the backhand.
O'Farrell puts it across to Thompson. Pavetta loads, shoots one, and that one just missed. Nanaimo trying to get that loose ball ahead. Timberman can't. Back in goes Thompson. Deakey to the goal, a shot. Aquino, a great save. Ball back in Thompson's stick. Grayson Thompson, a man possessed on this shift, and we know he's not 100%. Plays in Cohen block up high. 9.5 to play, third period. O'Farrell has control. O'Farrell hanging on. Pollock trying to clear out room. O'Farrell spins, getting to the net, dealing it back. There's a shot, scored, top corner, 7-6. Anderson ripped it.
Oh, a great pass by O'Farrell. And usually when you do that back pass, that flip, it goes back to the righty shooter on your strong side. And instead, Pollock gets out of the way, allows O'Farrell to go all the way behind the net, and he throws that dump pass all the way to the shooter on the left side. And no mistake there, beating Aquino up top, short side, and we're back to a 1-goal game. As on 4-on-4, it really comes down to the 2-on-2 matchup, and every practice, every lacrosse team ever does 2-on-2 drills where you just work on that tight communication on defense.
Here comes Mullen, man going to the net with him. That was Hawley, he's taken out. Hall has it at center court. 9 minutes left. Once again, a tight 1-goal game. Timberman 7, Shamrocks 6. Pilkington to Andrew Bowman. Bowman gets it across the wall. Wall was 6 on the 30. Trying to make a move on Pavetta. Wall looking for space. Shot clock will wind down on him. Then he takes a push from Pavetta, who dropped his stick to try and make sure that he didn't take a penalty call by being too aggressive. Connolly's back in a double team. Ball out. Bowman flips it ahead. Still loose. Connolly can't take it. Finally, it's Wong. Wong at center court.
Got away with one there. That was definitely over and back by
It
Wong.
looked like it from our angle, yes, sir. Andrew Bowman out wide. 5-on-5 lacrosse. Bowman from the angle. 30-second clock's not working, so the officials are counting it down manually. Bowes to Bowman. Andrew Bowman from the outside. Bowes trying to skip through. Ball across for Masnik. Masnik winding up, trying to cut through. Knocked over on the play. Ball comes out. Shamrocks can't get it initially, but now they'll move forward. Pemberton brings it towards center court. The officials manually counting down the 8 seconds, manually counting down the 30 right now. They do get it going again, so 20 seconds on the possession. We can see it now. Quested up top, cross floor to Klassen. Klassen makes a move, trying to knife through. Klassen ran into a Timberman wall. Hall takes the ball out. On the run, has a man on to meet him. Hall, light double team. He passes out of it to Gunderson. 7:20 left, third period. 7-6 Nanaimo. Wall, Strother, the late man is Fontenla, comes in, shoots one off Manning. Ball bounds high, out of play. And it looked like it was going to be Timberman ball to me, but Shamrocks will get possession. So obviously Manning didn't get the touch on that I thought he did.
No, a good, exact same play as Fontenla scored earlier in this period. I mean, they set the wall for him. He comes down and he just missed it far side that time, went up out of play. Victoria ball.
Ball is loose towards the net. Mullen gets it forward. Vincent. That's center court to Bowman. Bowman coming down the flank. 15 on the 30 here. Bowman just outside the crease. Wall gets it to Bowman. Wall up high. Pilkington, Lincoln Wall. 6 seconds. Wall looking across, gets it. There's a shot from Anderson, missed the goal. Shot clock violation.
Well, sneaky shot there from Anderson. I know he didn't get it on net there, but he changed his elevation at the last second. Looked like he was going to go low with it at the last second. He pulled it up high and tried to fool Grayson Manning. Unfortunately, it just went wide for the Nanaimo shooter.
Klassen put it back. Lead shot there from Anderson. Trying to recover against Gunderson. The ball comes out. Keegan Aquino scoops it from the paint. 7-6 Nanaimo. 6 minutes remaining in the third period. Up towards center. Vincent directing traffic. Strother from the outside. Getting into the middle. Passing it back to Bose. Bose puts it across Pilkington. At the crease. Strother. Great save. Manning on Sam Strother. Ball in the paint. But it's going to be a back-in call, I think, and it's going to be Nanaimo getting possession again. What a stop Manning just made.
Well, what an opportunity for Strother. What a great job to get in and behind the defense and to catch that pass and put it on net right on top of the crease. Unfortunately for him, it didn't go in, but back-in call, Nanaimo ball.
Overhand shot from the outside. Manning a save on Masnik, who's got 4 in the game. Shamrocks on the run. Gilbo's over center. Timberman on to meet him. Gilbo watched by Mullen. Ball goes to Quested on his wrong side. He sets up O'Farrell. O'Farrell slings it the other way, and here's Cohen Block. Block for Quested. 5:10 to play, third period. Quested, sidearm, scores! It's a tie game, 7-7. Carter Quested from the outside.
Oh, and that's a nightmare shot attempt against Keegan Aquino. I mean, you got one of the best shooters in Junior A lacrosse, cocking it up, deciding that he's got a few options on where he wants to put it, and he just comes over the top, takes an extra hitch and puts it low on Aquino, and I mean, no real chance for Aquino on that one. A lot of bodies in front of him there, tried to stand his ground, elected not to go down on it, and it's not just a guarantee because he's dropped his stick, you go down, because Carter Quested has easily the skill to pull that back high, and unfortunately for Aquino, it's just a perfect shot.
Wong on the run for the Timbermen. Everything even at 7s with under 5 minutes left in the third period. Pilkington defers to Bowman. Bowman moving towards the front. Half a possession for him. He's deep into the corner. In behind the net. Anderson passes it off. Fontenla to Wall. Lincoln Wall stepping. 5 on the 30. Wall waits. Might have to shoot this. Wall to the crease, but he couldn't get it off in time. Victoria defending so tight, and Wall was just looking to try and make something happen and couldn't. Officials call for a wipe with 4:34 remaining. And what a great back and forth game. It was Nanaimo early, Victoria catching up. Nanaimo into a 7-5 lead, and the Shamrocks, again, they've never led, but they're back even at 7-7.
Well, and if anyone's ever been to the Frank Crane Arena, you know that, especially late in this third period, it is warm and it is humid, and there will be almost a guarantee wipe anytime a body touches the floor for either team, and it really gives these you're technically not supposed to go to the bench and talk to your coaches and draw up plays or anything like that, but I mean, there's going to be a little wink wink nudge nudge, let's run this, let's run that, while Jacob Park does his job and gets these floors back in condition. And now Victoria is going to go to work here with under 5 minutes left in a tie game. I mean, if you're a lacrosse fan, it doesn't get any better than this.
By the way, 12-4, Coquitlam leading Delta in game 2 tonight of that series. Shamrocks ball on offense. Outside is Thompson to Klassen. Klassen trying to take on Vincent. Klassen in tight. Leaks in behind the net. Lows up front. Winding, shooting. Aquino the save. Tried to grab the rebound. He can't. Pollock, and he just couldn't quite get it to go. Still tied. Timberman possession. Clock down to 4 minutes remaining. 80s over center court. Sets it up out wide for Strother. Strother on the wide angle. Gets to the middle. Cross floor. Nobody there for that pass. Pavetta steals it in front. Errant feed, and that gives the Shamrocks some life here to bring the offense up. O'Farrell away from Strother. Joined by Klassen. O'Farrell cross floor with it. Grayson Thompson being forced back. O'Farrell takes it. Nice pick from Klassen, but too hard. And a late shot. And is there a penalty coming? Delay of game potentially. Man, a delay of game call with 3:33 left in a tie game. boy, is that tough, even if it's the right call.
That's another one of those calls where it takes a lot of gumption to call that. I mean, 9 times out of 10, that whistle goes at that 30, and the player lets it go. There's no intent on it. He's already releasing the ball. It's not going to be a penalty call, and Jacoby Krassman is going to call a delay game as Pescott is laughing with the official almost in a mocking manner, going, are you really going to call that with 3:33 left in this third period of a tie game? But
my goodness.
He is, and it back to Nanaimo on the power play.
7-7, 3:30 to go. 5-on-4 Timberman. They move it around the outside. Masnik, Anderson, Bowman. Bowman runs through. Anderson to Bose. Matt Bose. Anderson shoots. Manning a piece. The ball is sitting in the paint. Shamrocks with the recovery. Pescott on the run. Driving to center. Feed didn't get through. Now it's taken by Anderson. Anderson passing it off. Cohen block in the middle. To the side for Cooper Anderson. Under 3 minutes remaining. This is a key ball rag for the Shamrocks. Boy, if they could get a reset here, it would be massive in a 7-7 game shorthanded. Block shoots one. Aquino the save. No reset coming. The Nanaimo ball. And they'll come up with Vincent. Bowman's already there over center. He'll quarterback this power play. The Nanaimo captain moves up slowly. Anderson at the shooter spot. Bowman again. Anderson as those two play catch. Masnik at the crease. Walks out. Fakes. Masnik still with it. To Bowman. Winds. Shoots. He took a bit off that, but he couldn't hit the top corner. Shamrock ball. Pavetta along with Anderson over center. Anderson takes it. 40 seconds left in the power play. 2:10 to go, third period. And this penalty kill going exactly the way the Shamrocks want right now. You hate being down a man, but a couple of long kills of 30-second clocks. 10 seconds left on this 30. Klassen in a double team. Just drops the ball down wisely. Wants to bring out defenders. Vincent will take it on the whistle in. Just 15 seconds of power play time left in a 7-7 tie. 1:44 left in the third. Andrew Bowman sets up. Bowman looks across, playing some catch with Masnik. Masnik, power play's over. Back in is O'Farrell. A chance at the side. Quick stick attempt. Wall stopped by Manning. What a great save of Lincoln Wall.
What a save. It doesn't get more clutch than that. Grayson Manning, I mean, gets his stick up there looking like Christian Del Bianco and robs an opportunity for Nanaimo to get this lead.
Thompson moves the ball in for block. 1:05 left, 7-7. Block gets by one check. Pass off, open man. Thompson robbed by Aquino. Both goalies huge stops late. Aquino trying to win that ball. Timberman scoop it, but a knockdown on Thompson. Shamrock ball with 54 seconds left, and they're going to call for a wipe, which is a little bit of a de facto timeout too on the wipe.
Well, I just said that Grayson Manning clutch. He coming down the other way. Aquino makes one of his patented low leg saves, and Anderson was naked on the crease there on the far side. He set that pick. Both defenders went to the ball, and Anderson snuck down low and had all day to score. And I mean, Keegan Aquino doing his absolute best and making Simon Stocks look like a very smart man tonight by going with Aquino. And I mean, tie game, less than a minute left. This is exactly what we wanted, a 7-game series. These two teams are evenly matched, and it doesn't get better than this on an all-island matchup.
10-9 Shamrocks in game one, and all indications are that game two will be a 1-goal game as well. Still slightly less than 2 possessions left. Outside look here. Thompson. O'Farrell. Klassen with him. O'Farrell shoots. Aquino the save. O'Farrell after his own rebound. Can he get it? Vincent grabs it instead. And a big scoop by Vincent. And a timeout call for Simon Stocks and the Timbermen. And this is absolutely critical here. A possession, the play that you want. And still 40 seconds of clock time. But we are It feels like in an overtime scenario right now, even in a game of lacrosse with 40 seconds, it feels like this is overtime right now.
Absolutely it does. And you could hear the Victoria offense saying to O'Farrell, shoot, 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 because with 45 seconds left, you want to get that shot early so you have a 2-for-1 opportunity. And now that's exactly what potentially Victoria will have. Nanaimo gets the ball. They call a timeout right away. I don't know if 1 or 2 seconds counted down on the 30, but it looks like there's going to be 10 seconds left if they use the whole 30 that Victoria will potentially have to call a timeout and run their own play. And we know in the box lacrosse, all plays run on a 6-on-5 or a man advantage when the clock is running down. Starts at the 8-second mark. That's about as much time as you need to run a play, so they'll have ample time to get the ball in play and play if it comes down to that. But we'll see what Nanaimo elects here. They're obviously going to go 5-on-5 and just try to get their best out there. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the ball in Jared Masnik's stick.
Pilkington brings it up. Andrew Bowman. Pilkington. Anderson to Masnik from deep in the corner. Masnik on the run, looks across, takes a push, gets away from it. Pilkington tried to run a pick. Masnik still has it. 13 seconds. Pilkington runs through. Knocked down. Masnik trying to spin off Sagodi. Masnik, overhead shot. Manning stopped it. Ball comes out. Shamrocks with it, and they'll get the timeouts. It's exactly as you prophesized, but 11.2 seconds left.
Oh, their coach Dave Bremner's making me look like a very smart man here. But, I mean, any lacrosse fan would know that's exactly what's going to be coming. And Masnik probably held on to that a little bit longer than even he would have wanted. You could see he was looking for that slip pass to Anderson in the middle of the floor, couldn't quite find it. And now Victoria's going to have an opportunity. And I would be not surprised if Grayson Manning is going to sit on the bench here for this 6-on-5 opportunity for Victoria. It just all depends on who's going to get the shot.
11.2 seconds in a tied game in game 2. We'll do a quick update on the Coquitlam Delta game. 14-4 in the third period. Adnax, not surprisingly, looking to take a 2-0 series lead. And it is going to be quite a game 3 at the Q Center tomorrow between Victoria and Nanaimo. Will it be 1-1 or will it be a 2-0 series lead and the Shamrocks a chance to take a stranglehold? 9 seconds. Running is low. To the net. Passing. Catching is Anderson. 3 seconds. Anderson to the top. O'Farrell shoots. Missed the goal. Or did Aquino get a late piece? At any rate, we're off to overtime. 7-7.
Looked like Keegan Aquino at the last second got a piece of that. Looked like there's a little bit of confusion on the 6-on-5 play as Coach Darren Reisig was chatting with Block while the play was on, trying to get that play set up, but still a good opportunity for O'Farrell there at the end of the game. And we will be back with overtime lacrosse. I mean, it does not get any better than this. Frank Crane, Friday night, Victoria and Nanaimo. I mean, these are the games that I miss playing in. And if you're watching at home, it's just been such a treat.
There's the veteran official. The scorekeepers are going, how much time do we put up in the intermission? And there's Sean Lehman, the old referee, going, it's 2 minutes. Yeah, and it goes up on the board right now. And what a sequence here at Frank Crane Arena. 5-2, Nanaimo up by 3. 5-5 as the Shamrocks come storming back. Timberman with a pair to go up 7-5, and then the 2 late tallies. The tire down low just inside the foot from Quested. Anderson and Quested with the last 2 goals of regulation to turn a 7-5 deficit into a 7-7 tie. And the Shamrocks in a position to go up 2-0 in a game that they have never led.
I mean, you can't write that. You're in overtime and you've never led in the game. I mean, they've been so resilient. Victoria has such a great effort to come back and battle being down multiple times in this game. I mean, Grayson Manning, Grayson Thompson, Quested, O'Farrell, even, you know, Jet Klassen hasn't been on the scoreboard tonight, but he's done a great job. They've set up a couple plays for him. ISO, I mean, he's so slippery. He's been able to get around his man. They just collapsed on him. Nanaimo's defense has done a great job. And each league has different rules, so I'm actually not quite sure in the playoffs, is it sudden death or are we playing a full 10-minute period? I'm not quite sure. Is it one?
The officials congregating around the penalty box. the team's getting set in another 30 seconds to begin overtime. And it's nervous energy in here. It's not a must-win for the Timbermen, but it feels like a must-win for the Timbermen, doesn't it?
Well, absolutely. I mean, you know, there's no must-wins until you're down 3. But this feels like,
it really does.
You know, like going down 2-0 compared to going back to Victoria 1-1. That's an entirely different feeling of series. I mean, the Nanaimo deserves to be in this series. They've played well enough to maybe even be up 2-0. And I mean, it's just going to be more of the same, swinging the ball, getting those slip picks, getting the mismatches, and the real skill players from both teams are going to have to take over in this overtime.
Face-off battle, won by Pavetta. Pavetta forced back. Move down low. Backing in is Anderson. Anderson at the top. O'Farrell passes off. Klassen makes a move, trying to get to the net. Klassen shoots one, kicked out, rebound, O'Farrell scores! 8-7 Shamrocks, 29 seconds into overtime, and they draw first blood. Their first lead comes in the 61st minute of action.
Well, and it was just announced inside the building that it is not sudden death. We will play the full 10 minutes. And what a shot by Klassen and a rebound by O'Farrell to find that in the middle of a soft spot and beat Aquino. I mean, that's what it takes. We just talked about Klassen in between periods. I mean, he's so slippery. He's so dangerous. He's like a little lawnmower in there. Reminds me of a slightly trimmer Cale Ratcliffe on the right side. I mean, just battling and getting to those tough area spots, no fear, and it causes the rebound. O'Farrell gets a hold of it, puts it in the back of the net, and Victoria has their first lead of the night.
Pilkington at center court. Nanaimo playing from behind for the first time. Lincoln Wall out wide, trying to get to the net but couldn't. Bose cut through. Still Wall, cross floor. There's a sidearm shot. Pilkington stopped by Manning. High ball, Bose couldn't win it. Cram brings Victoria to center court. Plays it into Quested. Quested flips it off, and here comes O'Farrell. Skipping down. Pollock's in the middle trying to clear out room, so is blocked. Ball to the top, Thompson to Quested. Quested makes a move, feeds it across to O'Farrell. O'Farrell takes a push, still has it, feeds the front. Here's Pollock, shoots a bouncer, missed the goal. Shot clock violation now, Timberman ball, 8:39 left in overtime, 8-7 Shamrocks. Andrew Bowman with the ball. The left-hander takes it to the side. Lincoln Wall comes to join him. Andrew Bowman trying to get by the defender Gilboa, but he can't. Bowman waits. Room, but he's at the top, way up high. Masnik, 10 on the 30. Masnik in behind. Dunk play, but in the crease. Very close for Anderson. He couldn't make it go. Manning dropped his stick trying to make that save, and that would have been a magical dunk, but it didn't go.
Well, what a desperation play by Grayson Manning. I don't often say you should probably lose your stick as a goaltender, but he dropped everything to try to get that to that far post. And unfortunately, it was called a crease play.
There's a big save by Keegan Aquino on a crease dive by Anderson, and it's still 8-7. Remember that save for Aquino as the Nanaimo's back to center court. Spins, hangs onto it, sets up Bowman with a low catch. Bowman being watched by Connolly. Bose takes his pass. Wall, Fontenla up high. Fontenla to Wall, 6 on the 30. Lincoln Wall posting up, flip pass, broken up by Cram in the middle. Takes the ball away. And there is nothing open in the heart of that Shamrock defense right now. Wong tries to steal the ball, just lets it go by. Aquino will play it. Nanaimo has a new 30 and a chance to get the tying goal. 7:20 to go in overtime. 8-7 Victoria. Matt Bose is out wide. Bowman's in the corner. Bose to the middle, he's high. Looks across the floor. Taken by Pilkington. Pilkington winding up, trying to knife through. Spinning, passing, ball deflected away from Bowman. Bowman can't catch it. Cram goes the other way to center court. Under 7 minutes remaining. Shamrocks by 1 as O'Farrell moves the ball forward. Joined on the play by Klassen. O'Farrell makes a move. Winding up, lobs it to the top for Lowe. Lowe makes a move, trying to dart through, still has it. Lowe plays it back to Thompson. Thompson, nice cut, winds, sidearm bouncer, deflected away, and it's going to be Nanaimo Timberman ball. 6 minutes and 35 seconds left in OT. 8-7 Shamrocks.
Well, and Victoria doing a good job holding on to the ball for the full 30, utilizing, getting that Nanaimo defense and Keegan Aquino tired late in this game, and they're swinging the ball back and forth, trying to get their best opportunity after each set, not forcing anything.
Masnik a pick, Pilkington overhand shot, bounced that one. Manning the save, Manning the outlet, and Peskett brings the ball forward. Peskett for Pemberton. Pemberton stands and waits. Plays in Pollock. Pollock with a high delivery for O'Farrell. O'Farrell cradling. Steps back, winds up. O'Farrell changes his angle. Aquino stopped this shot. New 30 on Aquino's save for the Shamrocks, and 5:56 left in OT. And this is an area here where Victoria gets that 9th goal to make it 9-7. Look out. O'Farrell. Pollock deals it back for Thompson. Thompson now into block. Block takes contact. Gets it away now. O'Farrell from the outside, driving in. Being forced. Can he get away from Vincent? He makes a crease dive in the crease, and then Aquino landed on top of him, and the officials make sure everybody pries apart. Nanaimo ball. Wong up on the attack. Plays at Andrew Bowman. Bowman just outside the crease. Lots of time, 20 seconds in the possession. Matt Bowes comes on, moves to the middle, runs a pick. Bowes goes to the front. Bowman waits, feeds it across. Fontenla shoots, he scores! Tyson Fontenla, it's 8-all.
What a shot by Fontenla to bounce that short side high on Grayson Manning, completely handcuffing him. Manning coming out to cut down the angle, and I mean, Bowman just gets over the top here. Slip pick from Bowes across to Fontenla. A little bit of disruption there by Anderson, and I mean, we're tied. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen here, Dan. I have no idea who's going to win this game. It's been back and forth. These teams are so evenly matched. It's just been an absolute treat and perfect display of lacrosse.
Even again, as it has been for so much of the night. Mullen tried to take off the face-off. He can't. Nanaimo controlling, 80. Pilkington with a high catch. Fontenla's second. 1 in the third, 1 in overtime for number 17. Struther way out wide. Wall joins him. Sam Struther outside the dotted crease, turning, passing it across. Fontenla, Struther waits, forced back, takes a push from Peskett. Ball into Fontenla. He's the hot stick right now for Nanaimo. Drives it wildly late in the possession, and that'll be Victoria ball. Down to 4:40 left and an 8-all tie here in overtime.
Well, and I respect the shot by Fontenla just to try to get it on net, but in overtime, I'd like to see that tossed gently into the far corner to allow his defense. Luckily, it came right back to him, and he could set it down so Victoria didn't go in an odd man rush.
Shamrocks on the attack. Out of the corner is Lowe. Lowe has O'Farrell. Klassen, Lowe shoots one, deflects, loose in front. Vincent wins the ball, running ahead with 80. They have a break to the goal. Vincent shoots a bouncer, Manning an excellent save. Nanaimo gets the reset. That's a dream play from a transition guy. Got the shot, forced the save, and he gets a reset for his team. Contact late, and contact that was in penalty vicinity there from Vincent on Sagoti. And then Sagoti gives a little push to Vincent at the end. Oh man, that was one that you thought there could have been a late call in overtime. There's been so many calls today.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where the referees really don't want to call a penalty. That is grounds for a penalty for sure. I mean, Sagoti has been giving it all night, and he took it a little bit there from Vincent, but Vincent definitely got away with one there. I mean, at any other point in this game, that's a 2-minute high stick.
Timberman ball, 4:11 to play, 8-all time. Masnik will take it on the whistle in. Masnik out wide, the right-hander with a 4-goal game. Wall to Bowman. Andrew Bowman way up top, makes a move, gets to the middle, There was a knockdown on Matt Bowes. He's back up. 18 seconds on the 30. Bowman passing it off. Fontenla to Bowman. Bowman across for Lincoln Wall to the middle shot, and that one off the target from Masnik, but he was in a good shooting spot, and flinging for that ball was Andrew Bowman, the over and back call. That's one that Masnik in that position, though, could have been dangerous, but he just couldn't quite hit it.
Well, Masnik found a great way to get inside and alone for a little bit of daylight and just missed his shot. And now Victoria will have an opportunity here, back 5-on-5. Lowe, who's been so dangerous tonight.
Lowe from the outside being watched by Mullen. Long range shot off the goal post. A good bounce shot from Anderson. Just about went, but that's going to be a Victoria reset. Mullen in a shoving match at the Timberman crease. And he's having an extended conversation with Lowe. Great bounce shot right off the post, and that close to putting the Shamrocks up 9-8. There's still 3:34 to go. On the whistle, then Grayson Thompson. Thompson on the run, breaking in, bounce shot, and that was stopped by Aquino. Thompson on the recovery, new 30, put to the front. Taking it back is Anderson to a safe place. Anderson to Cohen block. Anderson runs through the middle. Block for Lowe. Lowe making a move, turns away from Mullen. Has Pollock, ball stripped away. Mullen with the steal, rolls it to the middle. Gunderson with it, and Gunderson's gonna lead Nanaimo out of trouble. 3 minutes left on the clock running, and Nanaimo on offense, 8-all in overtime. Here's Andrew Bowman. Bowman, cross floor with it. Pilkington sets it up for Wall. Back to Pilkington, down to the corner. Fontenla running up top. Cross floor, low catch, Bowman. He's in, he fakes Andrew Bowman, and that one just about found a way. But Andrew Bowman piled onto at the end. Manning makes the outlet. And which way is possession going here? As there's a wrestling match on the floor beside the crease of Grayson Manning. It looks like Shamrock ball, but we'll see what happens out of this skirmish.
Well, Struther has to be careful because he got in there late. I mean, he's trying to help out his captain as Andrew Bowman got taken down by Sigoti, who's been involved in almost every melee tonight. But, I mean, that technically could be called a third man in, and we'll see what goes on here as Struther looks like he's making his way to the penalty box. And it looks like Sigoti's going to be getting one as well.
Down to 2:36 remaining in overtime in an 8-8 game.
Well, and if you're Victoria, I mean, Sigoti's a great defender, but Sam Struther is one of the better players for Nanaimo on offense, so you'll take that trade all day.
Four-on-four lacrosse, 2:36 left in today's overtime session. Shamrock ball, Lowe will take it from the top position. Keegan Aquino standing ready at the crease. Lowe will move on it. Passes it off. Outside, it's Anderson. Winding up, shoots one. Aquino kicked it to the side. Mullen takes the ball. Here's a break for Vincent to the goal. Vincent faking, he scores! Jordan Vincent! 9-8 Nanaimo with 2:22 left.
A textbook move by Vincent. Pumps the goalie far side, brings it back short. No chance in transition for Grayson Manning. And I mean, Jordan Vincent, I don't know if there's a more important player on this team than Jordan Vincent. Offense, defense, he does it all. He might be one of the fastest players in this league, and to be fast and still have that size, I mean, it's just such an attribute, and he's going to be a contributor in this league and in the WLA and possibly the NLL for many years to come.
Jordan Vincent with a great fake on an overtime breakaway. Timberman 9, Shamrocks 8.
2:22 left. I mean, Grayson Manning and Keegan Aquino have been playing out of their minds all night, and
not even those two can stop them all.
No, exactly. And I mean, what a play by Vincent. I can't say enough. He's such an important player for this Nanaimo team. I can't say enough to compliment him.
Gunderson has the ball, throws it into Mullen. Mullen up high, hanging on against the wall. Down to 2 minutes remaining. Jordan Vincent with the big go-ahead goal on a breakaway. Wall is out wide, 12 on the 30. Lincoln Wall looking, waiting, 5 seconds. Wall to the crease, can he get a shot? He can't. Off-ball contact, and there goes the possession. Shamrocks down 1, 9-8 with 1:47 left, and the clock is running. O'Farrell closing it in. 100 seconds left in overtime. 9-8 Timberman, 4-on-4, so boatloads of room. Grayson Thompson. Here's O'Farrell. Pollock is with him. O'Farrell tries to escape. Ball comes out. 10 on the 30 still. Pollock at the crease, can't take it. Timberman ball. Big knockdown by Vincent, but play continues. Wong to Masnik on his wrong side. Jared Masnik hanging on. What a battle. Andrew Bowman cradles with the ball. Moving towards Grayson Manning. Wall trying to open up some room. Bowman waits out wide very patiently. Down to 8 seconds in the possession. Bowman starts to close. Makes a move to the crease. Andrew Bowman, ball knocked out, foot in the crease. Shamrock ball. 90, or rather 56 seconds remaining here. And they're going to call for a wipe in Nanaimo territory. Jacob Park comes out, gives both teams a breather and an opportunity for an unofficial timeout here, and that might be critical on both sides.
Well, Jacob Park's getting his his floor time tonight. A little extra in overtime. Referee saying it's not a timeout. Let's not go to the bench, but it's 4-on-4 for another 20 seconds. And I mean, this, to me, this is a classic Jet Klassen and O'Farrell two-man game on the right side here. O'Farrell's so slippery. He's been able to find Klassen. Klassen has been able to dump it back to O'Farrell. O'Farrell's got a couple big goals tonight. And I mean, we'll just see on the 4-on-4. Well, the goalie's pulled now. We're actually going to go fives.
52 seconds. Low passes it off for Thompson. O'Farrell moves it into Klassen to the net. Cross floor. There was a quick stick chance, but it didn't work for Anderson. Oh, that was so close. Thompson, 40 seconds. New 30 for the Shamrocks here. Ball up at the top for Thompson. To Low. He winds, tries to take it down. Still Low, winds again, passes it up. Top by Thompson. O'Farrell grabs the rebound, walks in on goal. Play whistle down before his shot. He put the ball in, but it's going to be Nanaimo possession, I think, with 28 seconds left as Keegan Aquino is adjusting his net.
So there was no reset on the original shot. Referee Rob Cook was counting down, and he did call it right before O'Farrell let that one fly as Manning makes his way back to the net. 28 seconds left now. Nanaimo can kill this whole thing.
9-8 in overtime. Vincent runs, passes Low. Masnik for Bowman. Bowman makes a move, trying to take it and keep it down low. 14 seconds. Bowman backing up towards center. 10 seconds. Ball knocked out. Shamrocks have it. A chance over center court. Big hit on Booznus by 80. Got the knock. Shamrock ball. 3 seconds.
I love that interference call. I love it.
It'll be a 6-on-5 scenario with 3 seconds. It's enough time, but it's got to be pitcher perfect.
Anderson's going to get a penalty here. Challenge 80.
Anderson going to the box. 80 coming with him. 3.2 seconds. It's got to be quick, but it can happen in 3.2 seconds. A massive possession. The biggest 3.2 seconds of the game. And the guy that has right now what would be the game-winning goal is going to be the guy, Jordan Vincent, to contest it on the whistle in. And now they're talking to the off-floor timekeepers. Maybe this is about the penalty time, or maybe it's about the clock time, which has been at 3.2. I don't know if the Shamrocks are getting any extra time here, if they're going to stick with 3.2.
I think that's what Pavetta is asking for. He's asking for a couple extra seconds on this game clock.
And if you're watching, you'll notice that that center floor clock is not in use. It's the end zone clock that has the 3.2 seconds on it. Grayson Manning at the bench. 6 on 5, and so many directions that this final ball could go to. O'Farrell will take it on the whistle in, which still hasn't happened yet. The Timbermen trying to get their personnel straight here. Simon Stocks wants one more word with the officials.
Well, he's motioning for a face-off. He doesn't quite understand.
Well, that was never going to be in the cards. The officials called Victoria possession right away.
Jacoby is adamant on Victoria.
It's going to be O'Farrell with the ball. Vincent directing traffic defensively. Here it comes. Whistle in. O'Farrell with a pass up. Ball loose. 9-8. Nanaimo wins in overtime. Jordan Vincent with the overtime winning goal on a breakaway. A huge win in net for Keegan Aquino. 10-9 Victoria game 1. 9-8 Nanaimo overtime in game 2. I don't know how game 3 is going to live up to the first 2, but they'll try and put on a show tomorrow at 3:30.
I mean, it doesn't get better than that. 9-8 final, 10-9 final, game 1. Head back to Victoria. All tied up. That's what this series deserves. I mean, no team, the way both teams are playing, no one deserves to be up 2-0, or maybe they both deserve to be up 2-0. But we got a 1-1 series, and I cannot wait for game 3.
The officials are still talking with O'Farrell. Lincoln Wall wants a word. Dave Bremner hasn't moved from the Victoria bench. He's going to want a word. Simon Stocks is on the floor. The game is over, but there's going to be some aftermath here as everyone wants to have their 2 cents about what we just saw, which was an amazing spectacle of lacrosse for 70 minutes.
Well, it'll be interesting as Coach Brad Dugan is having a chat with the referees as well, as the entire Nanaimo bench staff is shaking hands with all 3 officials.
What a back and forth game. Victoria without a lead until the first minute of overtime. But Nanaimo got the tire from Fontenla and then the winner from Vincent on a transitional breakaway opportunity. And it's a game that had everything. And a question for me with a 3:30 start tomorrow, just how physical it was. Is that going to take a toll on so many guys that we saw leaving this game with various injuries and ailments? And one guy we weren't seeing in the last few offensive sets was Quested as well, who I thought we would, but we weren't seeing him. We were seeing a steady dose of Anderson and Thompson, but you know, one of the left-handers that was huge with 4 goals in game 1 wasn't playing those late sequences, and so you wonder about the health of other guys. Bowman left the game for a bit. Masnik left the game for a bit on the Nanaimo side.
Hawley left the game as well.
Yes, you're right. Hawley left the game too.
And well, I don't think I saw him play in that last bit. He looked like he hurt his tailbone there a little bit. And I mean, like you said, it's a war of attrition. There is a 7-game series. A quick turnaround, playing in less than 24 hours, back down at the Q Center. I mean, also, the goalies have played now an extra half period. I mean, it doesn't sound like much, but it is a lot when you're in that net with that gear on in this heat. It'll be interesting to see. I assume both goalies will play again, but you never know. I mean, Angus Snow's a great goaltender, and obviously Ashton Brown can hold his own as well in this league. So, I mean, it'll be a great test tomorrow, great lacrosse, and I can't wait to be there in person.
One series is 2-0. Coquitlam beat Delta 14-4. They're up by 2. This series is 1-1 after a 9-8 overtime final for the Timbermen today. Game 3 in both series go this weekend. Tomorrow 3:30, Nanaimo at Victoria. Then Sunday at 3 o'clock, Delta at Coquitlam. Game 4 in this series will be on Monday at 7 o'clock. We know for sure there's a game 5 Wednesday at 7. That one's at the Q Center. Tomorrow's at the Q Center back at Frank Crane on Monday at 7. On behalf of our crew, Connor, Bryce, Dan, so long from Frank Crane Arena. What a night of lacrosse. 9-8 Timberman, the overtime final.